Free fuck, mistrial. Free fuck, mistrial.
Hi guys, we're starting this stream off with a famous Zoom bomb from this trial that will be coming up in between Tick's testimony, Slug's testimony, Trontavious Stephen's testimony. Yesterday we got done with Adriane Love's direct examination of Trontavious Stevens. We're going to get into direct. Obviously, the theme of this subset of this YSL reunion is Love-a-palooza, but you can't see Love in action without seeing her get completely dismantled on cross-examination. One of my favorite things about the cross of Trontavious Stevens is we hear from a whole handful of attorneys. Steele's going to do a lot of the stuff focusing on lyrics, music videos, the clothing choices. But we're also going to get Max Schardt. We get Mr. Williams. We get Careton Matthews. We get Doug Weinstein. So everybody gets a chance to poke at what Love tried to establish. If we can get to it today, Love is going to want to introduce the recording of Trontavious Stevens' plea hearing where he accepted his plea. And she wants to introduce the entire thing, including the verbiage and instruction from Judge Glanville, where he says, if I find there to be a factual basis and things that could, kind of unfairly impugn judgment on the other individuals mentioned in the plea that really only Trontavious Stevens signed and acknowledged. So let's see where we can get today. I may not have a meeting at 1 Eastern, but we have about at least 4 hours that we should be able to roll through, and we should get through direct with that. STS is here bright and early. Good morning, STS. Yeah, us East Coasters, we're up before you West Coasters, but we stay up late for you guys too. Shannon, good to see you. Amanda's here. FFS in the building. We needed your name yesterday. Hey, Andrew. Yellow Jacket's here. Good old reunion part 6 today. And my BFF Biff. Good morning. Felicia. And STS already dropped. He's going to bring 5 coffees, 5 slime coffees. Let's get some STS appreciation going in the chat. Always supporting the channel. Hopefully not losing his mind too much as we go through yet another witness with a weaponized plea deal. And thank you so much for joining us and supporting. We'll get you in the banner. And do you guys see this? Steele is ready. Look at the note. He's got sticky notes. He's got notes on the manila folder, just written on there like it's a piece of paper on its own. He's got stacks on stacks. I'm surprised they're not saying this is criminal. So we'll get captions going. And here we go.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Mr. Stevens, you are the youngest of 3 children to your mother. Is that fair to say?
Yes.
And you told us, an older brother who I believe is 34 years of age. Is that right?
Yes.
And he works with Argo Cement?
Yes.
You have another older brother who he's 33, right?
Yes.
And he works with the Clorox company?
Yes.
And then you today are approximately 30 years old. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. And your 2 brothers and you each have different dads. Is that fair to say?
Yes.
And you didn't know your father at all till well into your teenage years. Is that true?
Yes.
And God forbid, your mother passed when you were 18 months. Is that right?
Right.
Now, you told the jury some of your upbringing, and it's always been in Cleveland Avenue area. Is that fair to say of Atlanta?
Yes.
And I'd like to talk about some of your education and what went on during school, all right?
Yes.
Do you remember, and I understand you're not good in math, so you just tell me if this is right or not, okay? You remember being in the 6th grade, being about 11 years of age approximately?
Yeah.
Somewhere like 11, 10, 12 years old. And you were born on April 26th of 1993. True?
Yes.
Okay. So if you're approximately 11, would you think through with me, would that be year like 2004 in the 6th grade?
Yeah. Yeah.
And do you remember your teacher doing what I'll call a science experiment in the 6th grade? And do you remember that you liked that science experiment and wanted to do it yourself? You wanted to duplicate it.
Yeah.
But for whatever reason, the chemicals didn't match up and your chemical compound exploded. You've described in the past as like a bomb. Is that right?
Yeah.
And for trying to do that experiment, tell the ladies and gentlemen jury what happened to you.
I was arrested and expelled from school.
And is that the first time that you went to the what you call, I think you call it Juvenile Detention Center, if not, just tell the jurors what you call it.
Yeah, juvenile detention.
And some of them may know what it is, but that's the jail.
Yeah.
And for juveniles, it's people under 17 and younger. Does that sound right? You can stay till older, but that's generally right.
Yeah, 21, I think. Yeah, 21, I think.
You could be up to 21 years of age and younger, right?
Yeah.
And you're in there at 11. Fair
Yeah.
to say? True.
So he's 11 years old and he mixes the wrong chemicals at school that cause some type of reaction that amounts to an explosion. They put him in juvie, expel him from school. He's 11 years old. Should an 11-year-old be responsible for what they're doing at school to that degree? I mean, typically, if you hear, like, if I were to hear, if you just told me somebody was expelled at 11 and put in juvie for what they did at school, I would assume they were threatening somebody. I just would have expected that. Like, they're like trying to order guns on the school website and threatening their classmate or something like that. I would not have expected, like, hey, we're doing a volcano experiment and the teacher let kids get a hold of things that they shouldn't be mixing in the first place. And we went over this a little bit on Direct with Adriane Love, but only because she wanted to emphasize, you've been a criminal. You've been in the system since you were 11. Haha, right? And YSL's been here for years. So you were bad with Rock Crew, you were bad with Sex, Money, Murder, and then you became YSL. And YSL's bad too. You've always been a criminal, and anything you've been affiliated with must be criminal. She never contextualized this. She just said you were 11, you went to juvie, and with the staple, they were putting a B tattoo on you. This is, I don't remember, like, I remember Steele humanizing him, but I never really clicked with that.
And before being taken into this juvenile detention center at age 11, you were living with your two brothers and your grandmother, your mother's mother, your grandmother on your mother's side. Is that true?
Yes.
And so, ladies and gentlemen of the jury know, your grandmother, hardworking person, right?
Yes.
You still live with her. Is that at times? Is that true?
No, I stay with her.
And she worked most of her career at different laundromats. Is that true?
Yes.
And she would take in the clothing, she'd wash the clothes, she'd do whatever it takes in the laundromat, if you know what she did.
Yeah.
Okay. And because she was working so hard, if you remember, tell the ladies and gentlemen jury how many times she was able, I'm not saying she did it to be callous or mean, but how many times did she come visit you in that juvenile detention facility?
When she could.
Couldn't hear you.
When she could.
Did the answer be, and I understand when she could, but would the answer be 0?
No.
Okay. All right. Now, You spent approximately a year, is that true, in the Juvenile Detention Center?
Yeah. I was in and out of, what, my whole juvenile?
No, I'm talking about just the
Hey,
11, the first time.
Oh, no, not the first time.
Were you sent home or were you put into a group home?
I eventually got sent to a group home.
Okay. And tell ladies and gentlemen, jury, what a group home is.
A house where a group home, a house with other like juvenile delinquents. I guess so they won't have to keep you in jail at such a young age, so they send you to a group home with other juvenile delinquents.
You eventually got returned to your grandmother's home and lived with your two brothers. Is that fair to say?
Yes.
And were you approximately, if you were approximately 11 years of age when you went into the juvenile detention center in 6th grade, were you approximately 2 years later, about 13 years of age when you went back to school with and lived with your grandmother and two brothers?
Yeah, that seemed about right.
Okay. And then in the 8th grade, that would have been about 2006. Does that sound right?
Yeah, in 2004, 6th grade, yeah. 2000, yeah.
2 years after 2004. Okay. And in the 8th grade, by this time, had you learned a lot about gangs and in the juvenile detention center?
Yes.
And hand signs of gangs?
Yeah.
And having people staple these little pricks into your body to try to make tattoos and markings on your body?
Yes.
All that happened. And when you got into the 8th grade, do you remember being arrested for firing a weapon, a gun at a party?
Yes.
And you got charged with the crime of aggravated assault. Do you remember that?
Yes.
Also, in the 8th grade, do you remember being arrested for a theft or stealing a lot of laptops from the school? Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Okay. And then you went back to the juvenile detention center approximately age 13. Is that fair to say?
I can't really put the numbers with it. I mean, like the time, but I was in my juvenile life.
Do you remember, if you don't remember, it's fine. Remember being sentenced to a year in the juvenile detention center at that time?
I remember doing a year in juvenile.
Okay. So if we add a year to 2006 in the 8th grade, that would be approximately you were released again in 2007. Is that fair to say?
Yeah.
And you would have been at that time approximately 14 years of age. That sound about right?
Yeah.
And is that pretty much where it ended for your formal education?
I went to high school.
Mhm.
That what you asked me?
Yeah.
I went to high school.
Okay. Now, in 2007, were you familiar with a place called Jonesboro South?
Thanks for becoming a member, Allie.
Yeah.
Can you
Your
tell the
slime
ladies and gentlemen, jury, what is Jonesboro South to you?
A neighborhood by Cleveland.
And were you aware, and do you remember if Jonesboro South ever closed, meaning shut down?
Yeah.
It's I guess, a housing project, is that fair to say?
Yeah.
And the city of Atlanta shut it down, if you know?
I don't know how I got shut down.
Okay. Were you aware they were shut down in year 2007?
No, I don't know when I got shut down.
Do you remember about the age of 14, Jeffrey Williams first coming over to Cleveland Avenue area to live with some family members? You would be age 14.
That could be true. I really don't.
I couldn't hear you, I apologize.
Say that could be true. I really can't put the time.
Okay. Did you know that Mr. Williams came to Cleveland Avenue from the Jonesboro South apartment complex closing? How about that? Were you aware he used to live in Jonesboro South?
Yeah.
Okay. And are you aware of Jeffrey's age compared to your age?
Yeah.
Do you know Jeffrey's date of birth?
Yeah.
Can you tell the ladies and gentlemen, jury?
August. August 8th.
Okay.
No, I know August 8th.
You said it's in August?
Yeah.
Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Okay. And what year compared to you, if you know?
No. I better know the exact date. I don't know the year.
That's okay. Is Jeffrey approximately a year and a half older than you?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, when you were back living with your grandmother and your two brothers, were there times that you were hungry? Did not have enough food?
Yeah.
And when Jeffrey was living in Cleveland Avenue area with family members, were there times that he did not have food, if you know?
Yeah.
Do you know how many siblings, that means brothers and sisters, that Jeffrey had living with him in Cleveland Avenue area approximately?
Nah, I know how many you got though.
How many?
6 girls, 5 boys.
Okay, so 11 total children?
Yeah.
Now, around that time I'm talking about when Jeffrey first comes into Cleveland Avenue area and you're living there with your grandmother, okay? That's the time period I'm focused on, okay? I'd like you to focus on that time. Were there times that there were no utilities in your house, meaning at times there was no electricity or heat, air conditioning, water, things like that? Did that happen?
In my house?
Yeah.
No.
How about Jeffrey's house?
It may could have been.
Were there times that you were hungry and you had no money to buy something to eat?
Yeah, but it was because I ain't want to eat what my grandma had though.
And did Jeffrey ever,
Come on now, you can't just get on a nationally televised trial and just say you don't want to eat your grandma's cooking. Oh man, I hope he went home and said thank you. Whatever you made today is super good.
share his last dollar with you to split food? Did that ever happen?
I would call McDonald's had a $3 meal. Yeah, we used to pitch in and help out to get that one, the double cheeseburger with $3. Yeah, we used to help out with that.
And you guys would split the meal. Is that fair to say?
Or if somebody had the money, the other person would pay if there was some money. You know, $3.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, we found $3. I mean, we put together $3 to get the McDonald's one.
You took care of each other. Is that fair to say?
Right.
And you and Jeffrey became close at that young age. Is that right?
Yes.
I couldn't hear you.
Yes.
You referred to him earlier in your testimony last week as your brother.
Yes.
Is that how you think of him?
Yes.
Now, did there come a time that you realized that Jeffrey was very smart? Or is he very smart, in your opinion?
Yes.
And is he artistic? Meaning he's a good drawing?
Yeah.
And he likes fashion?
Yeah.
And he's musically talented. Would you agree with that?
Yes.
And you wanted to be a chef, right?
Yes.
Now, watching Jeffrey from the time you met him, how dedicated was he, tell the ladies and gentlemen jury, to becoming a musical sensation or artist, popular artist? How hard did he work?
He worked very hard. He worked hard.
Have you ever seen anyone work harder at trying to become something in your whole life than Jeffrey?
I ain't really ever seen anybody trying to become one in my life.
And is it fair to say that Jeffrey had a mission to become a popular rap artist, musical artist?
That's fair.
I couldn't hear you.
That's fair.
Now, when Jeffrey was trying to become an artist and working hard, where would he go, or was it all the time that he was trying to learn how to speak fast, how to rhyme words, what to come up with. Were you there with all that? Were you watching him work?
Say it again?
Yeah.
My bad.
No, it's not fault. Jeffrey was working hard to learn music and how to present. Where was he doing it? Was it in studios, in homes, everywhere, in the street, social media?
I want to say social media. Social media wasn't popular then, but yeah, home, studio, where we hung out at, yeah.
Okay. And do you know who Jeffrey's inspiration was in music?
Yeah.
Tell the jurors.
Lil Wayne.
And tell the jurors about Lil Wayne's music to you. What was it like? What did it convey?
Convey.
That's my fault. Let me ask some bad questions. Why do you like Lil Wayne's music?
I don't know. The cadence.
Okay. By the cadence, you mean like the beat?
Yeah, his overall sound, his beat, his lyrics.
And about the lyrics, could you identify with what Lil Wayne was saying about the lyrics?
Could I identify?
Yeah, did that strike you as something that, yeah, I've experienced that, I've seen that? Did he talk about, what did Lil Wayne talk about or sing about or rhyme about?
Growing up in projects and women and drugs.
Stuff that you had some experience with or have observed, is that fair to say?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, as Jeffrey was trying to promote himself, would you tell, ladies and gentlemen, jury, whether he copied, that's my word, Lil Wayne, tried to be like Lil Wayne?
Yeah.
Did Jeffrey sound like Lil Wayne? His voice and lyrics?
Yeah, he tried not to, but yeah, he did.
I couldn't hear you.
Yes.
Did Jeffrey, did Lil Wayne have face tattoos? Do you remember tattoos on his face? Do you remember that?
Yes.
Okay. Did Jeffrey eventually get tattoos on his face?
Yes.
Did you get tattoos on your face?
Yes.
Had you ever seen anyone before Lil Wayne in rap who had tattoos on their face, if you know?
They weren't rappers, but they was on a rap song.
Okay. Do you know who the person you're talking about? And if it's just,
I think it's like they had a song with Jay-Z, Lincoln Park.
okay. When you were growing up, did anyone ever get you any counseling? Did the state or the court or anybody ever get you any type of counseling? Or the police?
Yeah, I got sent to Georgia Regional. I think it's like a counseling facility or something.
Okay. How about after going to Georgia Regional? Anything else?
I had caseworkers and stuff.
Okay. Like social workers?
Yeah, social worker.
Now, growing up in the environment that you grew up in and going through what you went through, would you describe yourself as angry?
Yeah, but I was already angry going into the environment though, about my mom's situation though. About what happened to my mom.
And I'm sorry. Were you taking any drugs, street drugs, not prescribed by a doctor?
Yeah.
Can you tell ladies and gentlemen what type of drugs you were taking?
Weed, pills, Xanax pills, ecstasy pills. Percocet pills, alcohol. Yeah.
And Jeffrey did drugs with you too, didn't he?
Yes.
Now, if you met Jeffrey approximately 14 and he was about a year and a half older than you, he would have been 16. Does that sound right? About 15 and a half, 16? That's all right. As the years went by, do you remember Jeffrey playing in like 17 and under clubs in the area? And when I say playing, I mean performing music.
Yeah.
I want to talk with you about a gentleman whose name came up to the ladies and gentlemen jury named Quentin Porter. Okay? Fair?
Yeah.
And he was also known as Boo or Big Boo. Is that fair to say?
Yeah.
And you said that he was older than you, right?
Yeah.
He older than Jeffrey, right?
Yeah.
And he was like a leader of people in that area. Is that Cleveland Avenue area or Rock Crew? Is that fair to say? People followed him.
Yeah. Yeah. I get my jacket on cold.
Yeah, you can wear your jacket, sure. And just for the ladies and gentlemen, jury, the young lady who's handing that to the sheriff is your lawyer.
I sustain objection.
What, I ain't supposed to have my jacket?
Take your jacket, sir. Yeah, go ahead.
Can I ask you questions?
Yeah.
Mr. Stevens, who's the young lady who handed the sheriff the jacket?
My attorney, Chrissy Gladden.
Now, Mr. Porter or Boo, to your knowledge, did he help Jeffrey's career?
He was like known in Atlanta, and like he was popular in like the Atlanta nightclub scene. So yeah, he often got us in the older clubs and stuff to get in.
And when you're saying he was popular with the nightclub scene, you're talking about Mr. Porter, Quentin Porter.
Yeah.
And was he instrumental, is my word, that's a bad word. Did he assist getting, if you know, getting Jeffrey to play in these other clubs?
Yeah, assisted in getting us inside the club and the music played.
One more time, couldn't you?
He assisted getting us inside the club and getting the music played.
Okay. And if you know, did Quentin Porter himself and others, he have put up posters around the neighborhood saying, everybody go to this establishment, Mr. Williams or Jeffrey's going to be, Young Thug's going to be playing, and everybody would come out. Is that true?
No, but he told everybody though.
Okay.
If he said something at a party, they helped the party.
One more time.
If Boo said something at a party, they helped the party.
If Boo said,
Like if he promoting the party or like saying something about a party, yeah, they help.
okay, so if Mr. Porter or Boo promoted this event
Yeah.
that Jeffrey's playing, people would go. That's
In the
what,
event, yeah.
that's what I heard you say.
Yeah.
Okay. And was Jeffrey's music being played locally in the streets? When he was 16, 17 years of age?
Yeah.
And was Mr. Porter or Boo also would bring out a lot of people to watch Jeffrey perform? Is that true?
Yeah, that's what I was just saying.
Okay. Okay. Now, Mr. Porter was affiliated, he God forbid is deceased. Is that true? To your knowledge? Is that true?
Yeah.
And he was affiliated with the Bloods. He talked about himself being a member of the Bloods. Is that true? And Rock Crew.
That man said, man, Quentin said a lot of things. Boo said a lot of things.
Do you know whether you heard him say that he was part of the Bloods
Objection.
or Rockford?
Hold on.
What was the objection?
It was hearsay.
Not for the truth of the matter asserted.
Rephrase your, oh, wait a second. Hold on. Just a second. I'll say objection.
Now, when you would go to Jeffrey's shows, would you consider him a great performer? Did he do a great job?
Yeah,
And was it fun watching him perform?
yeah,
And was it fun being in the audience and watching him perform?
yeah,
A lot of girls
yeah,
and people were drinking at the establishments.
yeah.
And Jeffrey was becoming popular in the area. Is that true?
Yeah.
Before Jeffrey started to perform and get a reputation for being a rapper in the area, would you consider him to be shy? Was he shy?
Objection, Your Honor.
Basis.
Generalization, the timeline.
I sustain the objection. You can rephrase it, Mr. Steele.
Before Jeffrey became popular by performing, was he shy? Was he quiet? How about that?
Objection made.
I sustain the objection.
How would you consider and describe Jeffrey's demeanor outside of performing?
No, I feel like he was always thinking,
He's always what?
thinking.
Okay. Do you remember him when he did speak, covering up his mouth or putting his arm around his mouth? Do you remember that?
Yeah,
You remember his teeth being, in his opinion, I'm not saying they were, in his opinion, being,
Objection
Unattractive?
as a speculation.
I sustain the objection.
were his teeth perfect like they are today?
Yes, sir.
no, sir.
Okay. Now, by the time Jeffrey's 20 years old, you're approximately 18 years of age. Is that fair?
Yeah,
And is it fair to say that by that time, Jeffrey is well-known performer on Cleveland Avenue and elsewhere?
by the time I'm 18.
Yeah. You remember Jeffrey putting out mixtapes? I Came From Nothing in 2011. Remember those mixtapes?
I remember I came from nothing his tape, but there was that date that it came out. I don't remember that.
That's okay. But by the time those tapes were coming out, Jeffrey had a good following. Is that fair to say? He was popular.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And he was performing throughout Atlanta. Is that true? Yes?
Yeah.
He was performing South Georgia. Is that true?
Yeah.
In Alabama, right?
Can't remember the exact states, but I know he was performing.
Do you remember Florida and South Carolina?
Oh, I remember Savannah, because they used to always have over the spring break. Savannah used to like have, that was a tourist attraction area over spring break. Peach Crust, Orange Crust.
Do you remember by 2012, the next year? Jeffrey's about 21, you'd be about 19. 2013, Jeffrey's with a record label. You know who Gucci is?
Yeah.
Tell the ladies and gentlemen who that is.
Tell,
Who Gucci is.
another Atlanta artist, rap artist.
And do you know if he signed Jeffrey to the record label?
Yes.
And then in approximately 2012, 2013, so Jeffrey would be approximately 21, 22. You'd be about a year and a half under that. Jeffrey was with a gentleman named Brian Williams, Birdman, doing Rich Gang. Do you remember that?
Yeah, but I don't remember the dates though.
That's okay. That's okay. And do you remember that 2013, 2014, Jeffrey had gigantic hits playing on the radio throughout the world?
I'm sorry. You're not asking the question. I just didn't hear it. I didn't hear it. What date?
You can rephrase it, Mr. Steele, or repeat it. Repeat, we're asking you to just repeat it.
Mr. Stevens, by 2013, 2014, do you remember Jeffrey having big hit Stoner, do you know that song?
Yeah.
Danny Glover, you know that song?
Yes.
Lifestyle, you know that song?
Yes.
Were they all, in your opinion, major hits?
Yes.
Okay. And by that time, Jeffrey's approximately 22, 23. You'd be a year and a half under, so you'd be approximately 20, 21, something like that. Does that sound right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, during, I'm sorry.
No.
No, I did not mean to interrupt you.
No. So you keep on saying the 2 years. Yeah. Every time his birthday change, mine change.
Exactly. Is that it?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you remember during that time, 2013, 2014, seeing Jeffrey come up in magazines? People writing about him in Rolling Stone and Complex. You know what I'm talking about?
No, I can't. I don't recall it.
Do you remember him having followers on social media?
Yes.
Lots of followers. You remember that?
Yeah.
And during all that time, from when you met Jeffrey to the time we're talking about, we stopped approximately 2013, 2014 for now. How many times did Jeffrey Williams ever commit a crime in support of Rock Crew, to further the interests of Rock Crew? Tell the jury.
I don't recall. I don't recall.
Does that mean no?
Objection, Your Honor.
I stand the objection.
How many times has Jeffrey committed a crime? We're going to go up to that year because we're going to keep talking other dates, okay? How many times has Jeffrey committed a crime to further the interests of YSL gang?
That one's actually really weird. It's not uncommon when people say, you know, they don't remember. To clarify, do you not remember or do you not know? And obviously you can't continue to ask questions because once you've already asked, do you not remember, and also asked, do you not know, then it would become asked and answered. But it's different to ask somebody to clarify what they meant.
I don't recall. I don't know.
You were committing, and I'm not insulting you.
Right.
I'm not trying to insult you.
Right.
But you were committing crimes during that whole time that you met Jeffrey until we stopped about 2014. Is that fair to say?
Yeah.
You were committing crimes such as theft, right?
Yeah.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Potentially drug dealing. I know that came later, but potentially around the drug dealing. Is that true?
Yes.
Potentially armed robberies. Is that true?
Yeah.
And armed robbery means that not only did you take like my possession, like if I was the person targeted, you took, let's say my watch, but you did it with an offensive weapon, like a knife.
We didn't even know at this point in the trial what would come with this watch thing. And now Steele is using this example. Let's say, for example, you stole my watch.
Gun, brass knuckles, something like that. You understand that's the term?
Yeah, I ain't wrong about it though.
Okay, that's why I'm asking you. So it's thefts, fair to say?
Yeah.
True?
True.
Okay. And you did that because you wanted instant gratification. You wanted whatever, the laptops, the jewelry, the car, whatever it was. You wanted it right then, right?
I don't know why I did it.
Okay. Now, when you said earlier that in approximately, and if you didn't use this date, that's fine. That's fine. Somewhere around 2012, 2013, 2014, something like that. You wanted to change from identifying as Rock Crew to a new place, YSL. Is that fair to say? You said something like that?
Yes.
And I know the dates are not perfect. And that's you made that clear. No one's trying to trick you. But can you tell in an age or in an event what possible year that was? And if you can't, just say it was around that time. I don't know.
Oh. She I know the date. She told me the date. It was like
You mean in your plea agreement?
no, it was just she said something about October when it happened. Oh, I think me and my lawyer went over it. When that statement was made,
Which statement are you talking about?
that you saying that I no longer want to go by Rock Crew.
If that's not what you said, don't worry about what I said. I thought that's what you said.
Yeah.
Okay.
You asked me about the date.
Approximately. If for a year, a year or something like that. If you know, and if you don't know, Mr. Stephen, just say it,
Yeah, I know. I'll tell you. I know. I remember it was me and my attorney talking about the date that was about to happen.
All right, let me ask you a different question. Do you remember a gentleman named Javaris Careton?
Yes.
You know who that is?
Yeah.
Tell the ladies and gentlemen, Jerry, who Javaris Careton is.
NBA player.
Who he is to me? Or
One time.
who he is to me?
If you know, what did he do for a living? I don't know. What was he known for? Did he excel at something?
I'm going to object, foundation.
I have him on cross first.
No, still, I sustain it. You can rephrase it.
You know whether he excelled at a sport?
Yes.
What sport?
So the issue right there, what Steele was about to say is this is cross-examination, so I could ask leading questions. So why are you sustaining this? He has the ability to ask, did he play any sports?
Basketball.
Okay. And was there ever a time that you found out, whether it's true or not, I don't know, whether you believe that Quentin Porter or Blue or Big Blue told Jabars Crittenton that you armed robbed him? Did you ever hear that?
Yeah, I heard that.
Okay. And is that the reason, tell the jury, that you wanted to separate from Rock Crew because you wanted to show that you were not happy with Mr. Porter?
Your Honor, I object as to ask and answer these.
I'm over with objection. I think it's. So you can answer the question.
Yeah.
Now, at the time that YSL was the label, the letters, whatever, the term that was chosen, my understanding that you were in a room,
Your Honor, objection is to Mr. Steele's understanding and testifying.
I sustain the objection.
I'm on cross-examination.
So what? You still can't testify, Mr. Steele.
You were in a room, is that fair to say? It was outside, was it outside or inside?
What's the start of the question?
When you feel like, and you remember that you were going to call yourself YSL, were you inside a building, a room? Were you outside at a park? Do you remember?
No, I don't remember.
I couldn't hear you.
No, I don't know.
Okay. Do you remember Jeffrey being there?
No, I don't know.
Do you remember Walter Murphy being there?
Hmm. I already said I don't remember like the time or none of it. The time, no, I don't know.
And I'm not asking about the time, but do you recall wearing a belt buckle with YSL on it? You ever wear a belt buckle like that?
Yeah.
Do you recall conversations saying you didn't want to call yourself Rock Crew anymore, to people saying, we're going to say YSL? You remember that on your belt buckle?
Yeah.
And were those people who were there, Jeffrey?
Question.
Is that true? And if you don't remember, just say I don't remember.
But you said a room, though. I don't remember like the exact place it was happening.
Don't worry about where it was. Wherever it was.
Yeah.
Jeffrey was there, Walter Murphy was there.
Yeah.
Was Mr. Crenshaw there?
Crenshaw?
Mondo?
Nah.
Mondo. That's fine. All right. Now, Jeffrey, or you, knew that Lil Wayne, he would sing about like a record label. Do you know that? Cash Money, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And during that conversation, was Jeffrey, tell the jury, was Jeffrey looking for a logo, a record label to sing about, even though he didn't have one?
Yeah.
And it was decided YSL, and you had decided, I'm not Rock Crew anymore, right?
Right.
Now, I want to talk with you about your incarcerations since you've known Jeffrey, okay? Since you've known Jeffrey, you were charged with crimes in 2014, is that true?
Yes.
2015, is that true?
Yeah.
And then this indictment, 2022, does that sound right?
Right.
If I left anything out, correct me. And there may be a couple of different crimes in those years, but those are basically the years, is that true?
Right.
Tell the ladies and gentlemen, jury, since you knew Jeffrey Williams, and since he was popular and had money, you know he has money, right?
Yeah.
Tell ladies and gentlemen, jury, in 2014, how much money he gave towards your attorney fees.
No.
2015, tell ladies and gentlemen, jury, how much money Jeffrey Williams paid towards your attorney fees.
No.
When you got arrested on this case, charging you as a co-indictee, that's a bad word. That's a bad word. Forget that. Charging you. Give me 1 second, okay? You're on, Mayor Coach.
You may, sir.
You're on, Mayor Coach.
Yes, you may, sir.
May I approach you, sir? I'm showing you what's already been marked and entered. It says State's Exhibit 23UU. I'm just moving the first page. You can look at the first page. And the second page, you can look at the second page. So the 6th page I'm showing you of that document. You can look at the whole thing, but are you familiar with the indictment in this case that you pled guilty to in count 1.
Yes,
Okay. And Jeffrey's also named in that same indictment, fair to say?
yes,
When you voluntarily turn yourself into custody, right? No one, am I right?
yes.
Voluntarily turn yourself and just explain that to the jury.
Um,
Tell me what that means.
I got some phone calls from like family members saying that my name was on the news for my indictment, and my grandma helped me get a lawyer, and I turned myself in.
Okay. You came to the court, the jail, somewhere, and you said, I understand there's a warrant. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, to the jail.
And you came with a lawyer.
Yes,
You just said your grandmother paid.
yes.
Did Jeffrey Williams, so ladies and gentlemen, jury, in any way assist you in any way with any finances?
No,
When you said that you are a founder, when it's been testified to, of YSL, how much money have you ever made from Jeffrey Williams?
no.
Now, when you were arrested, excuse me, when you turned yourself in and you had a lawyer, tell the ladies and gentlemen, the jury, who that lawyer was, who your original choice of lawyer was.
Thomas Flugan.
And how much money did your grandmother pay to Thomas Flugan to represent you on this case?
$50,000.
Was that a large sum to your grandmother?
Yes,
And Thomas Flugan is not the young lady who handed you the jacket, right?
right.
Tell ladies and gentlemen, jury, what happened to your representation with Mr. Flugan?
Mr. Flugan told me that he had to withdraw because his wife caught cancer, and he was gonna have to be with her at the beginning of this trial.
What happened? How did you get the Honorable Miss Christy Gladden to represent you? Can you tell ladies and gentlemen, jury, how that happened?
Thomas gave us half the money back. We paid him, and Miss Gladden was my attorney for when I went to prison. So I reached out to her because I knew she knew me.
Now, when you were, after you turned yourself in with your lawyer, were you able to secure a bond? You know what I mean by bond?
Yeah.
Tell the ladies and gentlemen, jury, what bond is.
When you've been charged with something and you get a bond, bail.
So do you remember the date or approximate date you turned yourself into custody on this case?
I think like it was May. I don't remember exact date.
Okay, May 2022?
Yeah.
So this is really like in regards to the plea deal and the weaponization of these plea deals. This is where we start breaking down some of how the plea deal was used against Tick in particular. So May 2022.
And then in front of you, you were released after you took a plea agreement, right? You were released, you went home, right?
Yes.
And that was approximately December 29th, 2022?
December 2022.
I remember being December.
You can look at the second page of the document that's in front of you.
Fatima.
Take the other way. So, yes. Should have a date on it. Should be. And look at it. Make sure you know.
Yeah. Oh, man. I don't see it. I don't see it.
May I approach, Your Honor?
You may, sir.
Thank you. May I approach you, sir?
I see my birthday. I don't see it.
It's okay. May I come up closer?
Yeah. Yeah.
See December 29th, 2022?
Yeah.
So, I want to talk with you. You spoke a lot with the district attorney about your guilty plea being freely and voluntary. Remember all those questions?
Yeah.
And you remember that nobody coerced you. Do you know what coerce means, sir?
I mean, I know what direction,
Nobody had like a gun to your face to make you. Is that true? No one forced you, right?
Right.
Okay. But I want to discuss with you what was going on around December 29, 2022 when you entered that guilty plea, okay? Is that okay?
Yeah.
All right. You had been in custody, that means without a bond, for approximately 7 months. Does that sound right? Let's do it differently. May, you turn yourself in, right?
Mhm.
In June, you're in jail?
Mhm.
July, you're in the Fulton County Jail, correct? True?
Mhm.
Yes?
Yeah.
August? September 2022?
Mhm.
October 2022? True?
Mhm.
November 2022? And most of December 2022, so approximately 8 months. Does that sound right?
Yeah.
Okay. And tell the ladies and gentlemen of the jury how many children you have.
I got 3 boys,
And can you give your ages? Their ages.
2 8-year-olds and a 12-year-old.
And during the time that you're in jail, who are they staying with?
Their mother.
And how many mothers do the 3 children have?
I mean, mother.
Yeah.
Oh, they each have their own mother.
Okay. And who was helping out? Well, you were in jail for approximately 7 or 8 months. Were you able to help out financially or emotionally, any of your children?
No.
When you were in jail for approximately 7 or 8 months, were you able to help out emotionally or monetarily any of your children's mothers?
No.
And your lawyer, the Honorable Ms. Gladden, do you remember when you hired her to be your lawyer?
Not exact date.
Let me show you what I'll mark as Mr. Williams number 16, and I'll fill in the others. May I approach, sir?
Yes, you may, sir.
May I approach you, please? I'm going to show you what I've marked as Mr. Williams number 16. Tell me if you recognize that document and if it helps you to remember the date that Ms. Gladden became your lawyer.
You want me to read it?
To yourself, you can read it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. The date on here.
Okay, that helps you? Did you recognize that document?
Yeah.
Here, I'll move for the admission of Mr. Williams number 16.
Your Honor, I ask how you recognize it.
Yeah, lay a little more foundation, Mr. Steele, standing objection.
Do you recognize that document?
Yeah. I'll read it.
Say twice, Your Honor, yes.
Your Honor, I ask how. So the objection was foundation. How does he recognize it?
Standing objection.
Okay, how do you recognize that document?
I read it. You just told me to read it in my head.
Okay, and is it from your lawyer? Ms. Gladden,
Yeah. Yeah.
and does it say that she's your lawyer?
Objection, Your Honor.
It's,
The foundation has come from the witness, and this recitation of what may or may not be on the document does not form the proper foundation for his knowledge of that document.
Can I see the document, please? Chris, you got it. Mr. Steele, I'm standing objection as to form, or should say foundation, but I believe you can lay a little foundation, what the basis of that particular document is.
What date did you hire Ms. Gladden approximately?
do I look from the paper or from my another?
Perhaps refresh your memory, you can, but then testify as to what you know.
So I don't read the paper. Say this is an entry.
No, when you're finished with the document, put it down, and then you can testify from it, okay? Testify is your memory. Okay?
No, I don't remember the date that she.
And approximately how long before you entered your plea on December 29, 2022 was Ms. Gladden your lawyer?
I know I hired her in December and entered the plea in December too.
So a couple of weeks?
Yeah.
All right. And do you know how much you paid Ms. Gladden to represent you on this case?
Objection, relevant.
Those,
I'm gonna rule the objection, Ms. Love. Go ahead, sir. You can answer the question, sir.
Right. Now because my grandma did. My grandma. I don't know how much she paid her.
do you know if Ms. Gladden works with a big law firm or is she a solo lawyer?
I think her firm named after her. Her firm is named after her. So I think she got a firm.
And does she handle other cases?
Yeah,
And do you know that from coming to court, you know, the length of this case was estimated by district attorney to be a year trial. You aware of that?
yes,
And you knew from the money that your grandmother paid, if you know the exact amount, if you don't, that's fine. Did you believe that Ms. Gladden was going to represent you on that trial for you?
Objection, Your Honor, compound.
I stand objections to form. You can break it down, Mr. Steele.
How much discovery were you provided in this case? District Attorney's Office.
I remember going over in the iPad with him. I was in court. I was in court.
Remember hearing 8 terabytes of discovery?
I remember the word terabyte.
Okay. And do you remember you could not get out on a bond?
Yes,
And you just missed Christmas? Is that true? When you entered this plea?
yeah,
And the prosecution came to you and said you can get out of jail immediately if you enter this guilty plea with conditions. Is that true?
I didn't say immediately, but they said I can get out of jail.
Didn't you get out the same day you entered that guilty plea?
Yeah,
Speak up, sir.
yes, sir.
Now, in the Fulton County Jail, tell the ladies and gentlemen jury about the food.
Mm-hmm. No, I ain't really eat it. I ain't noodles and stuff and tuna. But it's bad though.
While you were in the Fulton County Jail, tell the ladies and gentlemen jury about people getting killed in the jail.
Yeah, I was hearing about people dying. Yeah.
While in Fulton County Jail, how many times were you able to go outside in those 7 to 8 months?
So the gym got windows, but you don't go outside though.
I couldn't hear you.
You don't go outside.
And is it fair to say, Mr. Stevens, the way you were living, there was urine? True? In the Fulton County Jail?
Not the nut juice.
Mr.
We
Stevens,
didn't know
pull the mic
about
in front
that
of you,
yet.
please, so we can all hear you, okay? Speak in the microphone.
Yes.
There was feces? There was people's bowel movements?
Yeah, from the toilet, yeah.
How about outside the toilet?
They got a toilet. Yeah, that type stuff going on. Yes.
Okay. Vomit?
Oh yeah, it was some.
You were living in filth, is that fair to say?
Yeah, it was pretty filthy.
And you did have access to the TV at times, right?
Yes.
But sometimes there was no TV, right?
Yes.
And physical contact, like where we could shake hands with your family members, your children. Tell the ladies and gentlemen jury how many times that happened during those 7 or 8 months.
No.
And you were able to speak with friends or family on a video, audio, or a telephone line. Is that true?
Yes.
Between certain hours,
Yes.
right? On certain days of the week, right?
Yes.
And when you were on, let's say the video, audio, it's a little screen, like an iPad, I guess, right?
Yes. Yeah.
But there's people around who can watch and overhear you. Is that true?
Yes.
It's not very private, right?
Yes.
Same thing with the recordings, the jail calls. You can make a jail call to someone at the jail phone, rather, from the jail, but also there's people around, right?
Yes.
And the video, audio are recorded, right? You know that.
Yes.
And the jail calls are recorded, the telephone calls, right?
Yes.
So there's not much private conversation with your family or friends. Is that true?
Yes.
You lost employment opportunities, right?
Yeah, I wasn't employed before I went to jail. I wasn't.
And then when you were given this plea offer to get out of jail, I know that no one coerced you, that's forced you, put a gun to your face, God forbid. And you keep saying it's freely and voluntarily made, but it's under those conditions, right?
Yeah.
Now, if you did not plead guilty, you were facing 20 years in prison on count 1, RICO, right?
Yes.
You were also a recidivist, which means that you would serve every single day of the sentence, the longest possible sentence. You realize that?
Yes.
So when the district attorney asks you, is it freely and voluntarily made and no one put a gun to your face, except those are my words. It has to be put in context, right? You wanted to go home, right?
Right.
Now, in your plea agreement, I'm going to show it to you. May I approach? See something, may I approach? See something in the cash, okay? Thank you. Now, Mr. Stevens, if you testify something contrary to what you signed on December 29, 2022 in this plea agreement, tell the ladies and gentlemen of the jury what could happen to you.
If I testify something,
So let me change it. Do you mind if Your Honor, may I withdraw that question?
You may, sir.
Thank you. Mr. Stevens, I'm sorry, that was a bad question. If you were to say something under oath today or Friday or not Friday, Thursday, Wednesday, or tomorrow, that is different than what you agreed to on December 29, 2022, tell the ladies and gentlemen of the jury what can happen to you upon motion of the district attorney.
I can have my probation revoked.
Tell the ladies and gentlemen of the jury how long that probation is for.
8 years.
And tell the ladies and gentlemen of the jury
Probation
what it means to have
revocation.
probation revoked.
That you would no longer be on probation and that you had to serve the time in prison.
Now, I saw all of this the first time before Mungtung's probation revocation, but now I'm thinking about that. We know that those threats are real. If you don't do what we ask you to, if you don't testify the way that we want you to, we will. We have pursued probation revocation.
Now, when you were going through this factual acknowledgement, on page 4 or 5.
16 uniform.
May I approach with a copy of 16 uniform?
You may, sir.
Approach you, sir.
Yes.
I'll show you. You can look at the whole document if you need, but I'm at 4 or 5. You see where I get that?
Yes.
Okay. And it's number 5 is kind of in the center of the page. See where it says defendant sentencing acknowledgements?
Yes.
Read, if you don't mind, or I can read it if you'd rather. Make sure I read it correctly though. Read number 1, then number 2, and number 3 slowly and speak to the jury.
I understand if I violate this plea agreement, the district attorney can and will use this statement during any judicial proceeding. I understand that if I violate any portion of this plea agreement before, during, or after the initial trial of this case, I am subject to having the entirety of my sentence revoked to prison. I understand that any violation of this plea agreement may result in my entire sentence being revoked and the district attorney will, excuse me. I understand that any violation of this plea agreement may result in my entire sentence being revoked and the district attorney will recommend that I serve up to the maximum sentence allowed by law in Georgia Department of Correction prison.
Now, we want to go over that plea agreement as well. If you would, Your Honor, approach, you may, sir. On 16U, let me touch this. It's on page 2 or 5. We're getting that from here. And it's on number 4. You see what it says defendant's factual acknowledgements? You see that? Read, if you don't mind, to the jury's factual acknowledgement number 1.
Young Slime, like AKA YSL, is an organization made up of 3 or more members or associates who share common identifiers that include but are not limited to colors, hand signal, and terminology who have committed crimes intended to increase the notoriety, street credibility, and reputation of YSL.
In number 1, when the district attorney, who prepared that document, by the way? When I say that document, 16U.
Excuse me. I don't know.
Okay. In number 1, does it say anything about Jeffrey Williams doing anything to promote the interests of the gangs on what you just read?
No.
Number 2, read it to the jury.
Defendant is one of the founding members of Young Slime Life.
Number 3.
Defendant committed aggravated assault as alleged in Act 1 by brandishing a gun at an undercover police officer that was surveilling a vehicle that was hijacked from a woman.
Nothing to do with Mr. Jeffrey Williams, right?
Right.
Number, I think we're up to 4.
In October of 2014, defendant was arrested with a red bandana and defendant was observed with a YSL tattoo and a Cleveland Air Rock Crew tattoo amongst other tattoos.
Number 5.
When asked by law enforcement about defendant's YSL and Rock Crew tattoo, defendant truthfully advised law enforcement that defendant is a member of a gang called Rock Crew, but the group is no longer going by that name and now goes by YSL, which originally stood for Young Slime Life.
Has nothing to do with Jeffrey Williams involved in furthering the interests of a gang, does it?
No.
Okay, number 6.
Defendant advised law enforcement that YSL originally stood for Young Slime Life, but the group began calling themselves Young Successful Lifestyle after Jeffrey Williams, aka Young Thug, signed a record deal.
Jeffrey was becoming very successful, true?
True.
Number 7.
The statements the defendant made to the police about Rock Crew and YSL are reflected in section 3 and section 4 above and are true and accurate.
Nothing about Jeffrey furthering the interest of any gang, right?
No.
Okay, number 8.
Defendant has been accused of and arrested for robbing women.
Okay, number 9.
Defendant is the person referred to as Tick in the song by Young Thug entitled Ill in the verse She Getting Robbed by Tick.
And ooh is EWW, is that fair to say?
Yes.
You know that song?
Yes.
Okay. And when were you charged with robbing a woman? Do you remember the date?
And
2014, you remember?
my attorney just told me, yeah.
And you saw some documents?
Yeah.
last week?
Yeah.
Were you aware that ooh was created in the spring of 2014?
I ain't know. I don't know.
Because you're not with Jeffrey when he's doing all that work, are you?
No.
You help me here, but I believe it's number 10. And if I'm wrong, just correct me.
Yeah, number 10. On February 4th, 2021, defendant participated in a group chat with fellow YSL founder Jeffrey Williams, aka Young Thug, and YSL associate Wayne Lee, aka Slime Like Charlotte, and Jeffrey Williams stated YSL was the word kid. Y'all just started bringing me the money. Man, y'all stop playing with me.
I want to show you, if you don't mind, look at your indictment. Let me get you the page. What date was that, Mr. Stevens, on number 10?
February 4th, 2021.
Is that over at 127? If you don't know, that's fine.
I don't know. Yeah.
Okay. Do me a favor, in that same document, that's in front of you, the bigger document, and remind me of that number on it, the exhibit number.
23. Yeah, you.
Okay. And if you could turn to over at 127 of that indictment. Do you know how to do that?
Turn to page 127.
No. Over. May I approach your honor?
You may, sir.
Not gonna just take it. So this.
All right. I see the number. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
127. And just tell ladies and gentlemen what page that is of that, please.
No.
Say that,
You ready now?
please.
Oh, page 47.
I'm going to show you, but I've already shown to the Honorable District Attorney, what I'm marking as Mr. Williams number 17.
70.
7. May I approach, sir?
You may, sir.
Mr. Stephen, do me a favor. I'm not showing to jurors on purpose. I'm not trying to be rude, but just do me a favor. Just make sure that this is the same thing verbatim so the jurors can then see it. And verbatim there, make sure that what I'm showing you is Mr. Williams number 17 is what's written in number 127. Okay.
Yeah, it's the same.
Okay. Your Honor, I would move for purposes of demonstrative, Mr. Williams number 17.
Any objection to defendant 17?
Hang on.
All right, defendant 17 is admitted for demonstrative use.
Your Honor, public interest. And may I use that easel if you don't mind, Your Honor?
Which one?
It's behind Mr. Stevens.
You may, sir.
Mr. Stevens, I'm putting this behind you, but you can use.
Shout out to FFS, skipping 5 memberships.
This way the jurors can see it too, okay?
Everybody has a chance to say FFS.
Now, in your plea agreement, you have, one more time,
You may.
I see your plea agreement for 1 second. Yeah,
Well, yeah, no.
okay, good. And this is number 10, no plea agreement, okay? If I'm wrong, this is correct. All right, now, I'd like to show, you're familiar where this comes from, this excerpt comes from, aren't you?
Yes,
And this is a chat, right? This is a private chat. You know what I'm talking about?
yes,
And is it on Instagram?
yes,
And you're in that group chat or along with Mr. Williams and other people, fair to say?
yes,
Okay. And the prosecutor put in a part of that chat. Do you remember seeing that this morning?
yeah.
And that was not the entirety of the chat, was it? What the prosecutor put in?
I think they're referencing the one about why didn't you beat them up yet?
She did show me. It was, I think she showed me. I don't think she showed y'all. I don't know.
Okay, do you remember being 25 UB? Wait, I'm wrong, not 25 UB.
I don't know.
Regardless, I'm gonna show you, okay? I'm gonna show you the chat. Tell me if you recognize it.
Thank you again to FFS. 5 no swipes.
I'm going to show you what's been marked in Mr. Williams number 2. Take a peek at that. Tell me if you recognize that. It should be a 2-page document.
Yes,
Okay. Your Honor, I move.
Yes.
I heard you. And thank you, sir. Your Honor, I move for the admission of Mr. Williams number 2.
No objection at all.
All right.
And number 2 is admitted, maybe publishes you see fit.
Thank you, Mr. Kokomo. It should come up on your screen, but you can use it right in front of you, okay, Mr. Stevens?
And thank you for the 2 here, STS. The reminder to hit that like button. It is free 99. The chat's already peeping the Kokomo reference. He became a whole character in the trial too. Sounds like someone's like tapping their leg against the table where the mic is.
Mr. Stevens, Mr. Kokomo must be having a little difficulty. Let me ask for court permission. If you want to publish it, I'll just show you Mr. Williams number 3 while he's doing it, okay? May I put you on?
You may, sir.
Tell me whether you recognize that mark, Mr. Williams number 3. You recognize what that is?
yes,
Okay, and does it accurately depict a screenshot?
Your Honor, before getting into that, I object and ask that the witness testifies how he recognizes.
I stand as a form. You lay some more foundations.
Is that part of the chat?
yes,
Okay. And I know it's a piece of paper, but is that a screenshot of what was attached to the chat?
yes,
Okay, Your Honor, I will move for admission number 3 of Mr. Williams.
Any further objection, madam?
If it, I don't know that he testified it was an accurate depiction, so I ask for more foundation delay.
I think he testified it's accurate of what
No,
was.
you didn't ask him that.
Is it an accurate depiction of a screenshot of what was attached to the chat that we're talking about?
it's an accurate depiction.
Okay, these are bad words. Is it accurate as to what was attached to the February 4th, 2021 chat as an attachment?
I don't know if this is the exact picture, but this is what we were talking about.
All right, and I'll show you the exact picture, okay?
Mhm.
You're on with that, I'll show him the exact picture.
Not show them, see, you continue lay your foundation.
Can you do it? I'm sorry.
Hold on a second, Mr. Steele. He's trying to do it. All right, try now, sir.
Okay, Mr. Stevens, what's up on the screen is now Mr. Williams number 2. Is that fair to say?
Yes.
Okay, and we'll just start at the top of this page. Do you see the page number on Mr. Williams number 2, what it says on the right-hand side?
Yes.
What, just to announce it, just so we know that we're looking at the same thing.
Number 2.
On the screen.
Oh, yeah, it's like 1603.
Okay, and then do you see the very top, it says author. Do you see that what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Okay, and who is underscore all hundreds dot rel, if you remember?
Yes.
Who is that?
A guy from the neighborhood named Real.
Name what?
Real.
Red?
Real. Real.
Real, okay, Red, R-E-L.
Yeah.
Okay, and then what was the date this was sent? Do you see the next line?
So the third, March 2nd, 2021.
Okay, could you, and it's fine, could it be February 3rd, 2021?
Yeah, I don't know. I was just reading left to right.
Okay, now, and the next line, it says body, you see that?
Yes.
And what is body, if you know, in this type of chat? Okay.
Thing like subject or something.
Okay, and what does it say?
I like 50.
Do you know what the rectangles are next to it by any chance signify?
No.
That's okay. And then the next author, 120 with 2 Y's, you see that?
Yes.
And then that's sent the same date,
Yes.
2/3/21?
Yes.
And it says Floyd got him beat. You ever see that?
Yes.
Do you know what that's referring to?
Yes.
Tell the ladies and gentlemen, jury.
I think 50 Cent and Floyd Mayweather was talking about fighting or something.
One more time.
I think entertainers 50 Cent and Floyd Mayweather were talking about fighting.
Okay. And Floyd Mayweather is what is he?
A box.
All right. Next one is again, plenty. You see that with the 2 Y's?
Yeah.
And you see the date again, the same date?
Yes.
And then the body, you don't have to use the curse word or the N word, but you see what it says, this is S, mom, kids. So I hope N ain't going outside and talking. I can't speak for the other chat because I'm not on it. I'm glad you, good slap. You see that?
Yeah.
And you know what that's about.
I don't know.
Who are mom's kids?
Huh?
Who are mom's kids?
That's the name of the group chat.
Okay. The next one is, you see what it says, young ZU?
Yes.
Okay, you know who that is?
Yes.
Who's that?
Another guy from the neighborhood.
Okay, you see the same date?
Yes.
And then young sent an attachment. You know what that means?
That you sent attachment?
Yeah. Tell ladies and gentlemen, jury, what that means.
I mean, someone sent a picture?
Okay. Then the next one is, again, young ZU. You see the same date?
Yes.
And then will you do this is what's written, right?
Yes.
And then the next author is you, correct? Underscore one slug?
Yes.
And it's the same date?
Yes.
And you see what you wrote?
Yes.
And tell ladies and gentlemen, jury, what you wrote and what you're talking about, if you remember.
Let's see, posted in the chat. He sent me something. I really don't know something.
Okay, he's got a person?
Yes.
Okay, and you wrote that, say he saw it in the other chat, he's seen it himself, right?
Hmm.
You're talking about seeing some picture or item?
Yeah.
All right, the next one is from Gutta, 1 underscore, you see that?
Yes.
And he's responding to you, is that fair to say?
Yes.
And what did he say?
Now, so somebody told him I only sent the video in the other chat.
Okay, do you remember what video he's talking about?
No, I think they talking about, I ain't sure, but I think they talking about somebody slept somebody's girlfriend. I don't know.
Okay.
I think that's what it was going though.
Okay, the next one is, the author is Bully, Y1, you see that?
Yes.
Now we're on the next day, you see that 2/4/21?
Yes.
Okay, and then you see what it says, date created, it says unknown?
Yeah.
And above that says body, Instagram user sent an attachment?
Yeah.
Tell the ladies and gentlemen, jury, is it the same attachment you just said, like a picture?
Yeah.
Okay, and then it says underneath that, you see where it says under text, TXT, you see what I'm talking about?
Yes.
And it says yo at Little Uzi Vert, you see that?
Yeah.
Do you know who Little Uzi Vert is?
Yes.
Tell the ladies and gentlemen, jury.
Entertainer rap artist.
Okay, and do you see the next one, URL?
Yes.
It gives an Instagram?
Yes.
Okay. The next one is author 4KT, you see that?
Yes.
And you see it's the same date of February 4th, 2021?
Yes.
And what did he write?
This real?
Okay, I want you to think about it. Do you know what he's referring to?
Yeah.
Tell the ladies and gentlemen, jury, what Forte is talking about.
He sent he was talking about an image of the Lil Uzi Vert. He had implanted a diamond in his forehead, and he was asking, did anyone know if it was real or not?
The next one, again, is Forte, you see that?
Yeah,
And it's the same date of February 4th, 2021, you see that, sir?
yes,
And in the body, that N, Uzi Crazy, and then the rectangles.
yeah,
Effort, I guess, when it's up, it's up. You see something like that?
yeah,
All right. The next one is again under underscore all hundreds, rel. Dated same date, that boy take a punch in the head, it's over. You see that?
yes.
And what, if you remember, is that referring to?
The diamond and implanted in the forehead,
And whose forehead?
Uzi Vert,
Okay. And the next one again is for pt. You see that?
yes,
And the next one is same date, is all hundreds. You see that?
yes,
And then you see what it says in the body?
yes.
What does it say?
The proofs and attachment,
Okay, is that the same thing, a picture or a video?
Yeah.
All right, on the next page, you see on the upper right corner what page number that is?
yes,
You see where it says, what page number is that, sir?
1604,
Okay, and then you see under the text,
yes.
and what does it say?
It's a competition now. Tory Lane just got a 87 billion piece put onto his forehead now.
And who is Tory Lanez?
Not a rap artist.
And what is your group referring to in this?
That he supposed to put a diamond in his forehead, implant in his forehead.
Mr. Steele, can I ask you to pause for a second? Sure. Ladies and gentlemen, how about a break? Okay, all right. Ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna take a break. Plan on coming back a little right before 4 o'clock, and then I'll let you know what the rest of the day will leave for you. Okay? All right. So remember my admonitions. Can actually retire to your headquarters. All rise.
Oh, they're at the bench. We come back and they're at the bench. Why is her face like that? Oh, okay, never mind. She only smirked. She's cleaning her lip. I thought she was smirking. This giant sign.
You let Ingram know that we're about ready. All right, can we have Mr. Stevens rejoin us, please?
Yes.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. All right, thank you, Sergeant Ingram. All right, ladies and gentlemen, just to give you kind of real planning, we're going to go for probably a little less than an hour or thereabouts. Then we're going to recess for today and for the day, and then I'll tell you what we're going to do tomorrow. Okay? All right, Mr. Steele, whenever you're ready, whenever you get your AB set up, you may begin. Okay?
Yes, sir. And
All right.
Your Honor, with the court's permission, can Mr. Kokomo approach Mr. Stevens and show him the exhibit on the computer?
As long as he doesn't make any furtive movements, he'll probably be okay, right? Do you understand what furtive means? Okay, don't worry about it. Just no sudden movements toward our witness. Okay? All right, come on up.
Y'all hold get in line.
Yeah, good luck.
I'm gonna start my orders.
In case you're wondering, Kokomo's on the screen.
Mr. Stevens, did you see those two items that you were just shown by Mr.
You
Kokomo?
guys are on it.
And did they fairly and accurately depict what was depicted on the chat that we're going through, which is, I believe, Mr. Williams, number 2?
Yeah,
Let me ask you that question. Is that part of the chat that we're talking about?
Yes.
Okay, both of them. Is that fair to say?
yes,
Your Honor, I will move. I'm not up to it yet, but I will move for the admission of, and I believe I marked it, Mr. Williams, number 3.
Any objection to Williams 3?
For clarity, is that just the last video that was shown?
These are two, you should have two different,
Number 3, this is a 2,
Yes.
or just the last?
one picture, one video, same exhibit.
Okay, there's no objection.
All right, so defendants 3, which is a photo, a screenshot and a video, are admitted. And maybe published as you see fit.
Okay, Your Honor, can we go back to, I believe it's Mr. Williams number 2, where we stopped before the last break. If Mr. Kokomo can put that back on where we were, Mr. Stevens, okay? Just orient yourself. So just waiting for it to come on the screen, okay?
Mr. Kerns, you permit Mr. Kokomo. It should be allowed. Thank you.
Proceed.
Yeah.
While they're working that out, Your Honor, may I just proceed?
Yes, yes, sir, certainly.
Okay. Mr. Stevens, I'd like to show you what I'm marking as Mr. Williams number 4.
Excuse me, Mr. Kerns, would you let me?
They have to talk to each other. All right,
Okay,
so
well,
here we
let's look
go.
at number 4, let's go back, okay, to where we were. This should be Mr. Williams number 2, is that right? That we were talking about?
Yes.
Okay, so, you see where it says now at the very top of page 1604 on Mr. Williams number 3, you see that? And you already talked about that, right? The 87 billion piece?
Yeah.
Okay. And then, if you go down the next one, it's the authors underscore all hundreds dot rel, right?
Yes.
They tripping now. Tell ladies and gentlemen, Jerry, what that means to you in this context.
It looked like he was talking about the amount that this person said he paid for his implant,
And what type of implant?
diamond implant into his forehead.
Okay. And then the next one, 2BZG9, decap, you see that?
Yes.
And what does that mean? Capital K.
He's saying that he don't believe the first author.
All right. Now, the next one I'd like you to focus on. The author is Thugger1. Whose Instagram handle is that?
Jeffrey Williams.
All right. And this is, again, February 4th, 2021.
Yes.
And do you see what Jeffrey Williams wrote?
Yes.
What do you write?
YSL rule the world kid, 24 M on any head.
Okay. I'd like to now show you your next line, you responded thereafter, right?
Yes.
4 minutes later or 8 minutes later, approximately?
Yeah.
True?
Yeah.
And that's the same date, February 4th, 2021 we're talking about?
Yes.
And this is all in the indictment, right?
Yes.
And then you wrote what?
Came from nothing for something.
All right, and then there's another video being shared on the next person, right?
Yes.
All right, I'd like to now play for you. You've already identified Mr. Williams number 3 and 3A, okay?
Yeah.
And show it to you and you walk the jurors through what it is. Can you show? When you can you play it? With sound, please? Can you restart it with sound, please?
Come on, come on. Hey, y'all open the line. And slide with the world. Put me on the head. Put some on the head. Y'all open the line.
Who is that speaking?
Jeffrey.
And what did he say, ladies and gentlemen, jury, to your understanding? And what's he talking about?
He's saying, he's talking about Uzi putting the diamond on his head. He's saying the price of what they're saying that the diamond costs. And he's saying, YSL rule the world.
Show, please, Mr. Kokomo, Mr. Williams, number 3.
Lovely.
You see that picture on the right?
Yeah.
And who is that, if you recognize that person?
Uzi Vert.
And the rapper that you talked about earlier?
Yes.
And what is on the center of his head, or purportedly, that means what's it supposed to be?
An implant of a diamond.
And does he say $24 million?
Yes.
All right. Tell the ladies and gentlemen jury, is that what the chat was about that is referenced in overt act number 127, count 1?
Yes.
What does that have to do, just tell the ladies and gentlemen jury, with expanding and helping the reputation of YSL gang? Tell
Tell him.
them. How does that help the reputation in a criminal setting of a YSL criminal street gang? How does this statement by Jeffrey have anything to do with a crime?
I don't know.
Okay. Tell ladies and gentlemen, jury, how this increases street credibility for a gang crime organization.
I don't know.
Okay. Tell them how this increases notoriety for a criminal street gang. Tell the ladies and gentlemen, jury, how this overt act will be taken by the prosecution in this chat does that.
I ain't never said any of those things. Yeah.
It's in your plea agreement, right?
Objection, Your Honor.
In your plea, hold on, basis.
Not that.
I'm gonna rule it, Jesse, go ahead.
In your plea agreement, correct?
Yeah.
It's also in the indictment, right? You're familiar with it?
Right.
I'm going to ask you, this chat, is this public? Meaning, if one of the jurors or the court reporter wanted to read it without being a search warrant, law enforcement, would they include it in this?
No.
Was this anything to broadcast to people to beware of YSL, the criminal street gang?
No.
This has nothing to do, this is just friends talking, right?
Right.
I'm going to show you what I marked, show it to district attorney, this is Williams number 4. If I can approach your honor? Yes, sir. Yes, I said yes. Mr. Stephen, I'm approaching, okay?
Yeah.
It's number 4. Anything, by the way, before we leave Mr. Williams number 2, anything else significant about that chat that has applicability to any type of criminal activity for a criminal street gang or some criminal organization?
No.
Okay. Take a peek, if you don't mind, at number 4 of Mr. Williams, dated today. and familiarize yourself with that. As best you can, just tell us when you're ready to discuss it, okay?
All right, it's a lot. I'm just reading over.
That's fine.
I read.
I couldn't hear. I apologize, Mr. Stevens.
I'm going back these attachments.
One more time.
I said I was flipping through the last one because they just attachments.
Okay.
Yeah, I ain't got nothing to read.
Okay, that's fine. Take your time. Tell us when you're ready.
All right.
Does what is shown to you as Mr. Williams number 4, does that accurately depict the chats that you were included in around the time in February 2021 that we're talking about?
Yes.
Okay. And are there anything that you remember, except for the attachments? I know it's paper, there's no attachments, but is it accurate otherwise?
Yes.
Your Honor, I move for Mr. Williams number 4 to be admitted into evidence.
Any objection to defendant Williams 4?
No, Your Honor.
Our defendant Williams 4 is admitted and may be published as you see fit.
Mr. Kokomo, can you try that frame? Thank you. Okay, now, Mr. Stevens, the date that Mr. Williams number 4 starts is February 6, 2021. Is that fair to say?
Yes.
And you're looking at the top of page what?
1698.
All right. And you've been able to scan through this. Do you remember this chat?
So I think we're going to take our unexpected detour trip here, chat, for some additional context before we go on a trip to something in the future that I think is very relevant to this 24Ms with Lil Uzi Vert. I think it's good context if you guys missed all of the pretrial stuff, the bond hearings. Brian Steele had made arguments during the bond hearing that some of the things the state was using to suggest that Jeffrey Williams was a threat to potential witnesses included the Lil Uzi diamond on the forehead thing. And Brian Steele, you could hear it in the tone of his voice during the bond hearing that he's like, it's just ridiculous. It's not what this means at all. So then he has Trontavious Stephen very early on in the trial. We're on day 15 right now. He's like witness number 30 something. Getting in a normal characterization interpretation of a group chat where people are talking about the Floyd Mayweather and 50 Cent beef and things that celebrities are doing, music artists are doing, and posting Instagram live stories about. Two things here. So first, little tidbit here, you know, Fulton County District Attorney's Office does a monthly newsletter. In July of 2022, remember the first indictment was May of 2022. Second indictment was August, maybe October 2022. Well, great news for the prosecutors trying this YSL RICO case where they want to have 1 million gang experts qualified to tell the jury that because of their training and expertise, they have the science to break down exactly what the words people use in social media captions and in lyrics means that the jury couldn't figure out themselves, even though Tick just explained it. So quick read of this July newsletter 2022. Expert witnesses. We're changing from the Harper standard to the Daubert standard. As of July 1st, Georgia no longer employs the Harper standard in criminal cases under OCGA 24-7-707 for admitting scientific evidence at trials. Under the former standard, the test for admissibility of scientific test evidence in criminal cases is whether the procedure or technique has reached a scientific stage of verifiable certainty. So that's what we used to need under Harper. Now, as it relates to criminal cases, OCGA 24-7-702 will now govern qualifying an expert witness. This is the Daubert standard being adopted. Subsection B indicates that a witness can be qualified as an expert by knowledge, skill, experience, or education. So let's compare. Previously, the technique, the test for admissibility requires the procedure or technique employed by the expert witness to reach a scientific stage of verifiable certainty. Now that they're switching to the Daubert standard, they just need, quote, knowledge, skill, expertise, or education to be qualified as an expert. And then they'll be allowed to testify if the following criteria are met. The expert's scientific, technical, or other specialized knowledge will help the trier of fact, that's the jury in a jury trial, to understand the evidence or to determine a fact and issue. 2, the testimony is based upon insufficient facts or data. 3, the testimony is the product of reliable principles and methods. And 4, the expert has reliably applied the principles and methods to the facts in the case. So under Rule 702, the Daubert standard that they're adopting, a judge must determine prior to trial whether the reasoning or methodology has been scientifically validated to support an expert witness's testimony about the issue. So, and then they go on to say, because again, this newsletter is meant for employees of the district attorney's office. They are making a note here that our district attorney's office is working on guidance for attorneys for introducing scientific and non-scientific evidence and for qualifying witnesses as experts in relevant fields. Now, I would just imagine that this switch to the Daubert standard and the changed threshold that needs to be met, because a much lower threshold, was just something that this entire YSL team just celebrated. We're going to get in 5 different gang experts. It's going to be a great time. And one of our favorite gang experts, this is our trip. We're going to fast forward from January of 2024, day 15, all the way to November 19th, 2024, when Viverito was on the stand and is being cross-examined by Max Schardt. Oh, let me boost this volume because this is quiet.
Judge relies on them, relies on the accuracy of them, correct?
Correct.
Relies on them to be complete.
Correct.
The intent of an affidavit is not to mislead a judge, is it?
No,
Okay. And you
Uh-oh.
wouldn't mislead a judge, would you?
I would not.
Uh-oh.
And you filled out this affidavit on May 9th, 2022, correct?
Following the presentation to the grand jury, yes.
Right, May 9th, 2022?
Correct.
And that was also in the wake of these various attacks on Lucci, on Rashawn Bennett in the jail.
Correct.
Okay. In fact, you were interested. You had that one with Jaden Myrick. With Mr. Eppinger and Mr. Sumlin, and Mr. Eppinger was trying to get Mr. Sumlin to talk to someone to get payment, right? And you suspected that person to be Jeffrey Williams.
Suspected, and that was confirmed by Mr. Sumlin.
Okay, so you suspected that to be Jeffrey Williams.
Right, and was confirmed by Mr. Sumlin, yes.
Okay, again.
Yes,
I
suspected, yes.
Questions I ask, okay?
Doug.
So you saw a search warrant for Jeffrey Williams' home for evidence on these matters, correct?
No,
Okay. You saw the search warrant for Jeffrey Williams' home.
for his body, for his cellular devices, and for gang evidence.
Okay. Okay. So in Mr. Williams' home.
Correct.
In your affidavit is what's used to develop PC or probable cause for the judge to rely on, right?
Correct.
And in your affidavit, I think it's in the 4th page. You reference a post that you saw on the internet about Jeffrey Williams posting YFN, and this is already in evidence. YFN, if ain't like what you do for your mother and kids, I would have been killed you, right?
Correct.
That's referenced in your affidavit.
Which
If-
page is not on 4?
Well, mine's not numbered, but I'm just gonna go by. Right, it's on the 5th page. I'm sorry. If we count, and again, they're not numbered, but I'm just going by the 5th page that I have. And it would be the first, it would be the second full paragraph. So there's one sentence and then 2 paragraphs down.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
You can look at my, may I approach?
Yes.
Right.
Okay, that's different than what I have.
You referenced seeing on XXL this magazine, you referenced seeing this post that Mr. Williams posted, correct?
Correct.
Okay, and that made your affidavit because you thought that was important to show Mr. Williams and his veiled threats to Mr. Bennett, correct?
Correct.
Okay, cool. Can I have that back? I'm just going to
Yeah,
I'll
cool.
give it back to you. Now, you also, 2 pages after that, whatever page you have it, I have in the beginning, it says details 4.
I'm gonna have to see the page because these pages are, whatever I have is not the same as yours.
You can.
Okay, no, I see that one. Okay.
Also in your affidavit, you include a text thread between Mr. Lee and Mr. Williams, correct?
Correct.
And as part of this text thread, you draw the judge's attention to a specific line, correct?
I included that amongst other things in the affidavit, yes.
Well, there's one particular line that you put in a bigger font and you also circled it, or it's circled, correct? On the,
It's circled, yes,
okay. And you circled it to draw attention to it, correct?
to what I was referring to, yes.
Yes. And the line that you circled to draw attention to was YSL rule the world, kid, 24M on an N head, correct?
Correct.
Okay. And you wanted to highlight that
Holy
passage
moly.
said by Mr. Williams in the text thread, correct?
Correct.
You wanted to highlight that for the judge.
Amongst other posts, yes.
What was he referring to? Why did you feel it important to highlight 24M on an N's head to the judge?
Well, he's referring to YSL ruling the world
Yep.
as an organization, and it could be a play on words or play on things that have happened saying 24M on a racial expletive head.
Okay, 24M on a racial expletive head. It sounds like Mr. Williams had money on someone's head.
It could be taken that way, yes.
It could be taken that way, and you
You
highlighted
circled it.
and circled it for the judge, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Mr. And you believe that too. You wouldn't have misled the judge about what was being discussed, would you? You believe that to be a threat, didn't you?
I didn't say it was a threat. It's saying that he's willing to, that's how they talk. They'll
Put it in a
they have the
PCA.
ability to put money on people's heads.
Okay. Mr. Kokomo, could you please publish Jeffrey Williams 3 and 4? Is that correct?
Show Lil Uzi. This is crazy. She's still doubling down.
Publish Jeffrey Williams 3.
She put this in a probable cause
Let me
affidavit.
do that. And this thread that you highlighted in your affidavit to the judge, this thread between Wooney Lee and Mr. Williams took place on February 7th, 2021?
Correct.
You just started over, Mr. Kokomo, with volume. All right.
You put 24M on the front of your head. Y'all hold get in line. Slime rule the world. Believe it. Y'all niggas out the small coke spending 24 million on their heads. Been put 24M on the front of your head. Y'all hold get in line.
Okay, and could you please publish Jeffrey Williams 3A? You see, what's displayed is Jeffrey Williams 3A.
I do.
Okay, and it's a reaction, Jeffrey Williams reacting after Lil Uzi Vert put a $24 million diamond into his head.
Correct.
Okay. Did you know about Lil Uzi Vert and the $24 million diamond and that reference when you filled out this affidavit?
I did not, but I would still stand by what I put in the affidavit.
Okay, so
Wow.
you're telling me right now, on a sworn statement to a judge with knowledge
You would do it again.
that Lil Uzi Vert just got a $24 million diamond put into his head the days before Mr. Williams typed that, you would still put that quote, YSL ruled the world, 24 million on the end head in that affidavit.
Objection. They compounded mischaracterization.
Ruining my case.
The witness just said. Overruled.
I did not have knowledge of Lil Uzi Vert getting a diamond in his head.
Okay, so all right, so let me ask that last question again. Instead of saying I would do it again, if you had knowledge that Lil Uzi Vert just got $24 million diamond in his head and that Mr. Williams was referring to that, would you still have put that in the affidavit
Yes,
to mislead the judge?
not misleading. May I explain?
Yes.
Okay. What I'm saying is this social media direct message is different than what you see on here. Lil Uzi Vert, I don't remember, is a member of YSL. So I think it might be a new, like a term they're going to coin, like wipe his nose, things of that nature. So 24 on somebody's head might be a new thing that they're going to go with. He's saying YSL rules the world. As a
Forehead.
leader, he can make that assertion.
You're doing a lot.
I don't think I realized this in real time, but is Doug sitting there leaning on Kokomo? Or maybe he's leaning on a chair. Look at the two of them watching this. They're like, yeah, get him, Max.
Thing that they're going to go with. He's saying YSL rules the world. As a
Forehead.
leader, he can make that assertion.
You're doing a lot of explaining. Did you do any of that explaining in your sworn affidavit to the judge?
The sworn affidavit reads, Jeffrey Williams brags that YSL rules the world and has $24 million.
Okay. And clearly, when you put highlighted and circled 24M on a N's head, you're sending a message to that judge, are you not? Let's be real.
I'm referring to my words that I wrote say, Jeffrey Williams brags that YSL rules the world and has $24 million.
All right, and just so we're clear, as we sit here today, as someone, a law enforcement officer, even with knowledge of this, you would still put that in front of the judge.
There are different interpretations to everything as we've seen throughout this whole trial.
Yes, you have many
I agree.
yourself.
Can we make our determinations, or are you going to make the determinations for us?
Objection. Argument is sustained.
Worth it.
Do you think maybe you misinterpreted what was said by Mr. Williams? Is that a possibility?
I think it differs from what was presented on the internet and between direct messages, as we've seen.
So you're
I know he has like a demeanor and a facial expression and a tone of voice while he's asking these questions where he's like annoyed, but I think he is loving this. He is killing this line of questioning. I feel the exact same. I'm mad at Viverito just the same as I was that day. And I'm like, oh my God, get him. The same I was this day when this is happening.
There's no, your interpretation is perfect, pristine.
My interpretation was YSL rules the world and they have $24 million. That's what I wrote in my words in the affidavit. I didn't say Mr. Williams has $24 million on YF and Lucci said, I didn't say that. I said YSL rules, he claims that YSL rules the world and has $24 million.
No, you didn't say it. You just put in a bigger font and circled it for the judge, right? Right?
It wasn't a bigger font. That's how the message reads. It's the same font as the date and time, the same size as the date and time as the name, the Instagram handle.
In the circle?
It's circled, correct?
Let's talk about.
So there we go. We did a little time traveling, and you guys are right in the chat. Where was it? You guys pointed it out. You know, Doug had already taken a plea deal at this point. And yeah, Alyssa, I still wish we could have seen Steel cross Burrito. Oh boy, do I think Max made Steele proud with this. I'm sure Steele is like proud of his colleagues most times, all the time. But between this line of questioning and then getting into that missing watch with Doug, just beautiful. And if you guys missed the earlier part of the stream that we're doing today, Steele had asked a question with Trontavious Stephen. He starts going into a hypothetical about a robbery, a burglary, and he gives the example, well, let's say you rob me, you take my watch. And that could just be a common example you might think of. Someone, let me get your wallet, let me get your watch. But part of me felt like that was Steele having on his mind, on his forehead, what happened to this watch that went missing after or during the raid on Jeffrey Williams' home. So what a time traveling moment. And again, the state had so many opportunities. Viverito had so many opportunities to just have a day of reflection and just say, you know what? I misinterpreted that conversation. And I misinterpreted that. That could have just been a casual observation about something that an artist and entertainer was doing. And I did contextualize it with the other things that I know. And I would still say that some other things that I saw in messages went to certain overt acts that support our theory of a RICO or whatever. But she just doubled down and said she would do it all again, no matter how much was put in front of her to contradict it. And then we get this in July 2022, we have the district attorney's office like, cool, we're going to teach you all how you can use expert witnesses at trial and get them introduced as expert witness, qualified as expert witnesses with a lower threshold so that they can explain to the jury what things mean. Things that Trontavious Stevens can explain to the jury himself without being qualified as a gang expert. But we need 5 gang experts to come in and do the job too. So just a crazy, the whole trial layer on layer on layer is crazy. Let's see, we'll jump back like a little bit to right when they pulled this exhibit up, because they started talking about a new conversation here. And I don't know if the volume was different. Let's have it and jump back up.
Mr. Kokomo, can you try that frame? Thank you. Okay.
Hey,
Now,
Touche.
Mr. Stevens, the date that Mr. Williams number 4 starts is February 6, 2021. Is that fair to say?
Yes,
And you're looking at the top of page what?
1698.
All right. And you've been able to scan through this. Do you remember this chat?
I'm trying to remember the exact direction the conversation was going in, but yeah, I remember it though.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
And I couldn't hear what you said.
I said I was trying to remember the exact direction that the conversation was going in with.
Is it fair to say that this chat is about different things, but it's about paying rent money?
Yes,
And who was the participants about who's paying rent, the concern about paying rent? Who was talking about that?
let me go through and read.
If you don't mind, just tell us who the people are that's talking about paying the rent. And tell us what page you're on and where you're looking.
All right,
You look at page 1, by the way?
yeah, I'm on first page.
Okay. And that's 1698?
Yes.
Okay. And just tell us where.
So I started at the bottom of 1698.
Okay, Mr. Kokomo, if you can go there. No. Okay, and is that you, the third one up from author on the bottom, _1 slug, you see that?
Yes.
Okay, now this is the 6th of February 2021, right?
Right.
Before we go too far, is it fair to say that this is now 2 days after the little Uzi Vert 24 M's on an NSAID? Is that true?
Yes.
Yes. So in the indictment, when it has count number 127, and it states that this is on February 4th, 2021, this next series of conversations is actually 2 days later. Fair to say?
Your Honor, it does not say count 127
I agree.
Why don't you just rephrase, Mr. Steele?
Overt Act number 127. We're now about the last part. If you look at Overt Act 127,
Yes.
it says, y'all just start bringing me the money, and stop playing with me. See that?
Yes.
This is 2 days later, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right, now let's go. So we're at the bottom of the first page on Mr. Williams number 4, and it says, since everybody, you see that where you wrote that?
Yes.
All right. And it reads, since everybody on the tight, I think it means time, let's chop up 1,500, or let's chop this 1,500 up that was due yesterday yesterday the 5th. You see that?
Yes.
Tell the ladies and gentlemen, jury, what exactly you're talking about.
When I said since everybody on the tight time, they on above. You got two guys talking about the Chiefs and the Buccaneers game. So that's what I mentioned by the time they owned it. They was trying to bet on the game, and I was short on the rent.
Okay. And were you sharing this place with other people? Did they have to potentially chip in, or should they potentially chip in for rent?
Yeah.
That was your position?
Yes.
And they're betting on football?
Yeah.
Okay. And if you turn, and if you need to do it differently, just do it. But if you turn to page 3 of this document.
Go to 3.
Actually, 2, the very top of 2.
Mine not number 1, 2. Mine number 1699.
Go up a little bit. Go up a little bit. 1699 is perfect. Just go up a little more, see who wrote that, please. This is 4K. And what's he talking about there? You see where he writes on 1699, at the very top?
Yeah.
What's he talking about?
I'm one of the ones ready to pay whatever he need me to pay.
What's he talking about, as far as you remember in context?
He's saying if someone needs some help, he ready to help.
And what's it for?
For rent.
Okay. And rent means on a house, right?
Yes.
Okay. And then if you keep going down on that page, 1699, anything on that page that is important to the rent?
Yeah, I said nobody paid these people.
Okay. And what are you talking about?
The people we were in the house for.
Next line that you wrote? What does that have to deal with?
Y'all can just put what y'all got in the kitchen whenever y'all come in.
And what is that pertaining to?
Like basically, if you got something toward the rent, you just leave it in the kitchen and I know what it's for.
Okay. And then figure 1 is right after that saying yo. You see that?
Yeah.
All right. Then on the next page, unless you tell us there's something else that's important to the context of this chat, this private chat.
Yeah.
See where it says can't afford no 1,500 a month? On page 1,700?
Yeah.
And who is writing that?
Me.
Okay. And this pertaining to what? The rent?
Yeah.
Okay. Is it fair to say that this whole chat, there's other things, there's football in there, there's other conversations, but it's about rent?
Yeah.
Okay. And then if you go to the middle of that same page, you see where it says I paid last month?
1701. What page is it?
Hold on one second, Mr. Kokomo, Joe, okay? Go down, Mr. Kokomo. Go up a little bit. See on 1700?
Yeah.
Talking about rent?
Yeah.
Okay. And you see where it says on the next page, which is 1701?
Yeah.
The middle of the page, see where it says, middle of the page, Mr. Kokomo, when you get a chance? See where you wrote the center of the page, you all know I paid last month rent by myself. Here goes some right here. Slug, I know what you did. You see that?
Yeah.
You're talking about what?
I pay the rent by myself.
Okay, no one's helping you pay rent, right?
Yeah.
And you're struggling at this point, right?
Yeah.
Okay, then if you go to anything, tell us if we're skipping anything important, but otherwise, if you go another 4 pages on the bottom. See where Jeffrey comes in? Thugger. Where it says probably you, Slug, probably paid. You see that?
What page you on?
You paid? Let's see.
Oh, yeah.
What page you on, sir?
1705.
1705, Mr. Kokomo, if you don't mind. See where it is right there? Third one on the screen. Thugger 1, probably you, Slug, you paid it.
Yeah.
Boy, you see that?
Yeah.
What's that talking about, sir?
He said he proud of me for paying the rent.
One more time?
He said he proud of me for paying the rent.
Okay. He's proud of you.
Yeah.
Okay. And then the next page. See where Jeffrey Thugga wrote, "Bring me the money"?
Yeah.
What's he talking about? You'll start, you see that? Just start bringing me the money, really?
Yeah.
Talking about paying the rent and you guys can pay him back?
Yeah. So, no.
Okay.
He was basically saying, because he was helping out, and he was basically saying, like, I'm helping out while my money ain't making it to the right person's hand that it's supposed to be making it to.
Okay. He's helping guys out with the rent, right?
Yeah.
What does that have to do with, you see overt act number 127 in your indictment?
Yeah.
That helping out with the rent was on the 7th of February 2021, right?
Yeah.
3 days after the $24 million surgically implanted on the gentleman's head, right?
Right.
What do they have to do with one another?
No.
And what is so sinister about Jeffrey helping out when you can't pay the rent? Sinister is a bad word. Let me repeat. What is y'all start bringing me the money have to do with increasing the reputation of a criminal organization? Tell the jurors.
Your Honor, I'm going to object.
Stacy,
The court should give the law.
I'll stay. You can rephrase Mr. Steele, okay?
This is in your plea agreement, right?
This being what, sir?
This statement is in your plea. You agree that this
Why
is,
are you referring to it?
okay, number 10, I believe, in your plea agreement. I believe it's number 10. If I'm wrong, just correct me. Is it?
Yeah, it said I participated in the group chat.
Right. With this line, right? With this line in it?
Yeah.
Okay. Tell the ladies and gentlemen jury how this private chat about rent has anything to do with enhancing the notoriety, the street credibility, the reputation of a criminal organization.
I agreed to this because it said that I participated in a group chat, and that's what I did. So,
I understand. Let's go to the chat though. Why is that chat inappropriate?
I only reason I agreed to it because it said I participated. I didn't know other reason.
There's nothing to do with any crime, right?
No.
Your Honor, I object again.
I'll stay. Mr. Steele.
You were part of this conversation, right?
Yes.
Tell the ladies and gentlemen jury how this conversation had anything to do with any crime that Jeffrey participated in at all.
Your Honor, I object.
I'll stay as the form of the question, Mr. Steele. You may need to rephrase it.
Mr. Stevens, does this conversation that the jurors just went through, and they can read the whole thing, they'll have it. It's in evidence, okay? Have anything to do with Jeffrey involved in any type of crime that furthers the interest of any gang in any way?
Your Honor, I object.
He's part of the conversation.
The law.
I stand in objection.
What's the conversation about, sir?
One of it was about an implant, and one of it was about rent money.
Okay. Now, I'd like to talk with you about overt act number, if you could turn to it in your indictment.
Okay, I think they're moving into overt act, maybe 132, which is more text messages. But shout out to Full Drinking and Half Thinking. Good to see you. Hope you've been doing well. And you say, get it, Mama State, of course. So guys, if you've missed recent updates on the YSL trial, I think this is a great reminder here from FDHT. So let's get some FDHT in the chat. I am happy saying that the YSL case is not done. Not only do we have a probation revocation issue now on the table for Quintavis Greer, now that HappilyAngryLawyer has stepped into the arena there, it looks like we don't have a valid conviction for Antonio Sledge for Mungtung. And without a valid conviction, that would mean the case, we're missing a disposition for an indicted party in the YSL indictment. So part of why this started accidentally, but I think it's been a great way to revive some attention and focus on the YSL trial as a bigger picture, while still remembering that the fight is still going for at least two people. So thank you for stopping in. Thank you for the support. Sorry you were super busy at work yesterday. It's like that. You were over here in the bushes with with our not so friend Viverito. But good to have you here. And in a second, I'm gonna grab his channel while drinking. And I wish Chelsea was here today. Chelsea popped in yesterday after she was done. She said she was doing her exercise. She just got back from the gym, popped in. We could have had both of y'all in here. And there we go. I've been doing these morning streams. No more evening streams really for me. I'm trying to do them early. But FTHD, keep you occupied in the evening with unbeatable commentary. Thank you, chat, for all the love. Oh, you're here. Hey, Chelsea. Never mind. I was incorrect. I will not re-represent to the chat something incorrect. Chelsea Lynn is actually in the building today. And Touche, thank you, says, the way Brian Steele went out of his way to not use words that he might not understand or to exploit his lack of education warmed my heart. Such a gentleman, such a contrast to Love. And in part, you know, you don't want to use words that are too much of a characterization, and because it could seem a bit like counsel's testifying if you're using very specific vocabulary. But you're absolutely right. That's a contrast to Love. And Love is objecting at any opportunity where Steele isn't correcting himself. Glanville's sustaining it. But when the roles are reversed and someone on the defense side, usually more than one attorney, right? Because the Harvey rule hasn't been adopted yet, objects to the way that Love words her question, she either gets an overrule or just rephrase. She gets another opportunity. So I'm agreeing with you 100% here, Touche. Thank you for the 10. And then STS with another 5. Guys, when we had the throwback going with the Viverito video, the theme of the day, you know, we always say new slimes, new Catnut Williams gang members. The theme of the day, when back in November when we were watching this, the new members Viverito is spying on from the bushes. That was our theme. So we're going to say STS just sponsored 5 new members to be spied on by Viverito from the bushes. She's keeping an eye on the KNW Rico gang. So big thank you. Let me get this updated, and huge thank you. Let's get some STS in the chat, some Touches in the chat, some FDHT. Thank you for this little spurt of support. I appreciate it a lot, because if you guys aren't aware, I took an opportunity running a company, but we're not in the green yet. So what you guys are doing here, as much as I do this to get on the screen and rant and ramble about things that bother me, or things that make me laugh sometimes too, there's a balance. You guys are helping keeping me going with what I'm trying to build in my work and professional life as well. So unapologetically, I'm really appreciative of all you guys. And full drink and half, look at this. So he said, I'm in the bushes. I need 10 more people in the bushes with me. I'm not going to sit in here by myself with Viverito. So big thank you, full drink it and half thinking, dropping 10 gifts here. Let's see. We are booming today. Big thank you. And thank you for everyone just hanging out as well. You never have to do any super chats. It's just awesome to have people to vent with and still care about this stuff. So let's get Tick going. I believe this is more of the fighting text messages that were part of the indictment, but we'll see.
1, 3, 2. You see that? And I'm going to show you. Can you do me a favor? Take a few years. I've already showed it to district attorney. I'll go to market in a minute. Just tell me whether that, can you hold 50%, is copied exactly the way it is in the indictment.
Yes.
Your Honor, marking it as Mr. Williams, number 18, for demonstrative purposes, asked to display to the jury.
Any objection to defendants 18 for demonstrative?
I believe that.
Any objection,
No
Madam?
objection.
All right, defendants 18 for demonstrative purposes is admitted and may be published as you see fit.
Thank you, sir. I'm putting it on the easel. Mr. Stevens, it's the same thing. You could use the indictment if you need to see it behind you. It's right behind you, okay? Mr. Stevens, I'm going to show you Mr. Williams, number 7. I approach you on it?
You may, sir.
Tell me whether you take a peek at this, if you don't mind, sir. Tell me if you can recall and recognize what I've marked as Mr. Williams number 7.
Hold on, shout out to FFS also getting in the mix. FFS is trying to figure out how many people we can fit in the bush on Cleveland Avenue that Viverito spies on people from. So let's get him in here too, another 5. Oh, thank you so much, FFS. Let me see, where is my banner? I have not been playing well with StreamYard lately. I don't think they even moved stuff around with the banners, but I still feel like something's out of place back here on the back end. So, oh my goodness. Oh, and I have Trontavious' name. I have a typo in his name. Oh no. Trontavious. That's been there for 2 hours.
And,
I read it.
okay, and do you recognize what I've marked as Mr. Williams number 7?
Yes.
And is it accurate, meaning is it, to the best of your memory, what was the chat?
Yeah, this is in chat.
Okay. Your Honor, I move for the admission of Mr. Williams number 7 into evidence.
Any objection to defendant Williams 7?
No objection, Your Honor.
All right, defendant Williams 7 is admitted and may be published as you see fit.
Okay, now, Mr. Stevens, while Mr. Kokomo has put this on the screen, this date now is approximately, what is it, May 13th, 2021, is that correct? That this chat is going on?
Yes.
And again, this is an Instagram chat, correct?
Yes.
And it's between you, Mr. Williams is on there, Slug, one, right?
Yeah.
And then other people, friends are in there, right?
Right.
And this is not something that's public, is that true to say?
Right.
This is just a private conversation until now it's in open court, right?
Yes.
All right, and in this group text, and it starts at page 3242, you see that at the top?
Yeah.
Tell the ladies and gentlemen, jury, what's being discussed.
I'm trying to see if I can remember. So you want me to read it from the top?
We could, but do you remember? Did it refresh your memory about a gentleman?
I read it before.
Okay.
I mean, of course, this was one of my overacts in the indictment.
Right.
That's why I read it.
Okay.
And I was then trying to make some sense out of it.
Okay, well, let's tell the ladies and gentlemen, jury, what it is. Is it fair to say there's a man named Instagram handle, Bella, Gutta, on this?
Yes.
And you're having conversation along with other people with Gutta, you remember that?
Yeah.
And is it fair to say that Gutta falsely told your girlfriend that you were cheating on her, something like that? Is that true?
I feel like that could have been what it was about.
Okay, well, let's go through it. The first one is on page 3242. That's just an attachment. You see that?
Yeah.
And you wrote, put my life on the line for the gang, but they left me out and dry like a wet t-shirt. You see that?
Yeah.
And then you attach something, fair to say?
Yeah.
All right, and then the next one is plenty with 2 Y's, and then it has the 2 triangles we've been talking about, right?
Yeah.
And then the next one, plenty is saying in the body, Gutta lame, right?
Yes.
And Gutta is a person.
Right.
On this chat, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And then Gutta responds, keep my name out of your mouth. You see that?
Yes.
Okay, and the next one is plenty, YY, you heard what I said, any N running to the ground about SHIT, he can text an N is lame, so you lame N, now what, you remember that?
Yeah.
And then Gutta responded. What are they talking about?
Yeah, I feel like Gutta was telling people, girlfriends, what they were doing, and I feel like it was something about that though.
Okay. And when you say telling people's girlfriends about what they're doing, people on this text, right? On this chat, and telling them about that they may not be faithful to the girl, right? Is that true?
Yeah.
Okay. And then as we go down it, you start responding on the next line, right? You keep going, make you look weak, right? Make us look weak.
Yeah.
You keep going. And you guys are arguing about this, right? On the text, on the chat.
Debating, arguing.
Debating or arguing. Okay. And keep going. And it's the same back and forth, fair to say?
Yeah.
Okay. And you keep going. And then eventually Jeffrey handle comes on, Thugger 1, right?
Yes.
Right there. You see at the very bottom of page and
Oops, sorry, that was me. Guys, sorry. I was trying to queue up because this day is about to end. Day 15 is about to end. And I was just trying to queue up the next part, right? So we can continue with cross-examination. Glanville, day 16, they end up getting into court and then dismissing for the day. So day 16 is really nothing. And then so I go to day 17 and I'm scrubbing and scrubbing through the timeline. And the stream, the law and crime stream, goes for an hour and 5 minutes before they get started. So that's what I've been doing over here. That's just crazy Glanville time. But then I look back over here. You guys are going bananas. I'm going to cry. So we have STS dropping in another 10 gifted subs. So, and I see you guys showing love already. We've got STSs all over the chat. So big thank you. I think, holy moly, that's like 20 gifts from STS today. So that's extremely generous. He also sent that reminder to hit that like button. It's free 99. But super, super generous. STS has not only been a huge supporter of this channel, but has been very vocal about, you know, keeping eyes on Fulton County and really anyone that's playing with a plea deal to get someone to sign any old thing just so it can be used to convict somebody right or wrong. So much love for STS. Big, big, big thank you. And then Terry Friday. Do you guys watch the show Archer? Because there's a clip from Archer. Archer's like smooth with his words or whatever, and there's a nerdier guy named Cyril, and they're always at odds with each other. And Cyril starts dating this girl Lana in the show that Archer used to date, and Cyril's starting to tell Archer, yeah, I've got plans with Lana. Every Friday we get together and we make stir fry together. We have a name for it. And Archer's like, what, Stir Fridays? And Cyril's like, no, that's better. Because he was going to say Stir Fry Fridays. So Terry, love your name there. Thank you so much for gifting the 5 memberships. Jenny, who used to be Jenny, not from the block. Loved when you switched your name. Good to see you today. Also gifting 5. So big, big, big thank you. And another 20 with no comment. Thank you so much, Jenny, for the support. And I also see we've got Kurt in the building. Kurt heard us talking about some shenanigans, I think, with expert witnesses and must have felt summoned to the chat. So good to see you. Hope you're doing well. And holy moly, another, thank you so much, Jenny. Let's see. And Terry says the first time I was ever gifted a membership, it was from this channel. Gifted memberships are like my favorite YouTube feature, you guys. And I love, we can give you guys little emojis to use. It's not a feature that we can allow everybody to use. YouTube only allows it for memberships. So that kind of sucks. It'd be cool if the channel emojis were available for everyone. But it's not, but it is a really cool, fun way. I think it's really fun. Everyone gets excited when they get a gifted membership. And here, Terry's sharing her first memory. That's super cool. So love that. You guys, just look at this. Look at this wave. Look at this wave going on here all day. Thank you so much, you guys. Because work has been crazy. And I always feel like when I don't get to cover and read, I love to read news stories at night and see what's going on with different cases. And when I'm away from that, I feel like something's missing. And I get on screen, I get to covering a story over on Twitter, and I really feel like the life comes back. So love and appreciate you guys so much. Exactly, Vegan, ambiguous. Kurt heard experts and said, I'm in. So Let's get this going. I'm ready to cue us over to day 17. But just so you guys know, when we skip 16, it's because it's a Glanville calendar nothing day.
On the screen, it says bash what gang?
I see it.
Okay, keep going down. And that's now page 3244. And then Thugger 1, where Jeffrey's handle says, you only beat him up or shot him yet, right?
Yeah.
And that's the part that's captured in over at 132, right?
Yeah.
And then the next line is, y'all ends getting soft, right?
Yeah.
Who was Jeffrey talking about? You ain't beat him up or shot him yet. You remember?
If he said that, I feel like he was saying,
Your Honor, I object to speculating.
I sustain the objection.
What do you know? Do you remember?
I mean, what he was talking about or who he was talking to?
Yeah, I mean, who's talking to who? Who's Jeffrey Williams or Thugger 1 talking with? In the chat.
I'll be talking to both of us.
Right. And what's he, and how did you take it?
Like, I'm surprised y'all ain't beat each other up or shot each other up yet. Cause y'all seem like you're arguing about some female stuff.
Meaning you and Gutta, right?
Right.
Or Gutta, excuse me, right?
Right.
What does this have to do with anything involved a crime organization?
Objection,
This
Your
chat.
Honor. Support will get the law.
This is
I
not,
sustain the objection.
not asking for the law, Mr.
I
Stevens.
sustain the objection, so.
Understood. This private conversation was telling two friends, stop it, right?
That's what I got from you. Yeah.
All right. Okay, I'd like to show you what I've marked as Mr. Williams number 5.
You may, sir.
I'm going to approach you, with your permission, Mr. Stevens. Number 5, Mr. Williams, if you take a peek at that, tell me if you recognize that as part of the chat.
Okay, we have some more lore in the chat. So, Angelica says, no indictment yet, but if they send Magic City Wings, I'm talking. Do you guys remember when one of the attorneys got in trouble and they had to order lunch for all of the other attorneys? And I forget what attorney it was, but they end up ordering Magic City Wings for everybody to eat. So that was great. And don't forget, Magic City played an integral role in this case because of, you know, remember, this is a hybrid gang. Duke Martinez Arnold is supposed to be Crips and Bloods. And he gets into this fight at Magic City. We see Detective Dennis before he's disqualified from the witness stand. He comes in to introduce those videos. They're just playing all the Magic City stuff with some chairs being thrown. So yeah, Magic City is a, you know, I think a famous establishment, and it played a role several times in this trial. So a little bit more of YSL lore there in the chat.
Remember that, Mr. I'm not rushing, Mr. Stevens. Take your time.
Can I get what's before this? I don't know. Can I get what's before this?
Yeah, we're gonna do that.
Oh, you asked me, do I? What you asked?
We're gonna get you what's before, and then we'll get you several pages. Is that what you need?
Yeah.
No problem. Let me show you what I've marked as Mr. Williams number 7, I believe. Number 6, I apologize. Tell me if you recognize this, okay? First round?
Yes, sir.
I will get you one page of the other one. Can I take that other one back for a moment? Remember that one, Mr. Stevens, and I'm not trying to rush you.
I don't remember, but I'll read it.
No. We're gonna put it down. All right, Thursday, You were asked questions about on your birthday being at going to see, paying $500 to go see one of your favorite artists. Remember that?
Yes.
Okay. And you were asked a question or a series of questions. Why weren't you with Mr. Williams in Louisiana on your birthday? Remember that?
Yeah.
Okay. I want to talk with you about that. Have you ever been taken by Mr. Williams to his concerts?
Yes.
Have you ever been taken on tour or part of a tour with Mr. Williams?
Yes.
Let me show you where I'm marking as Mr. Williams number 19. I don't know whether you recognize this. I put John? Yes. Thank you. Can I take this one back? Thank you. Can you look at that, Mr. Stevens? Tell me whether you recognize that. You recognize that?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
No.
All right. Do you remember Mr. Williams going on a tour of the United States American Performing in year 2015?
I know about the rodeo tour, but I've never seen the book before.
That's fine. That's fine. Tell the ladies and gentlemen, jury, if the rodeo tour was Mr. Williams touring and performing throughout America.
Yes.
Okay. And do you remember he was touring with another artist?
Yes.
Do you remember who that artist is?
Tell
Yes.
me.
What's the artist's name?
Travis Scott.
Okay. And do you remember
Oh,
that tour
never
song
mind.
undertaken? Moment. On February 28, 2015. Do you remember approximately that date? That's okay. Do you remember the cities and the states that were toured?
No.
Do you remember California? Does that sound right?
So I know that it was like Western states. That's why it was named rodeo or something like that.
And were you allowed to go on part of that tour?
Yes.
And do you remember what city or cities or states you went to?
No.
That's okay. And do you remember there came a time that you and others were accused of wrongdoing on that tour?
Yeah.
And that is committing crime, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And do you remember Jeffrey Williams repaying any victim of those crimes?
But I ain't commit no crime though.
Okay. Do you remember him? I'm not saying you did, but you were accused. Somebody thought you did, right?
Yeah.
True.
True.
Do you remember Mr. Williams paying people who lost their property, trying to make it right? You remember that?
I don't know like what happened. What ended up happening behind the application?
I couldn't hear you.
I said I don't know what ended up happening about behind it.
Okay. Is it fair to tell ladies and gentlemen jury that you were sent home from that tour?
I was saying, oh,
You were told by Jeffrey that you could not continue, right?
right.
Okay, so when the district attorney asked you later that year on your birthday, why weren't you in Louisiana? You were actually sent home from a tour, right?
Yeah.
Now, the district attorney said a lot of questions to you about YSL like they're one. You remember all those questions like YSL is like a group, always together? You remember all those questions?
Objection compound.
I stand questions to form. You didn't rephrase it.
Okay, do you remember questions about YSL is together? Remember that? Her asking those questions?
Yeah.
Jeffrey Williams, from early life, he was not on Cleveland Avenue much, was he?
No, not early.
He separated from Cleveland Avenue because he was working, right?
I don't know what the reason was, but yeah, he went there.
And he was working at the same craft that he does today. He's a performer, right?
Yeah.
And you knew that eventually he had homes, various homes, right?
No, I ain't know.
You never knew he had homes in California?
Oh, I know now, but yeah.
Okay. And you weren't with him, right?
Yeah.
He didn't put you on the lease, right?
No.
He didn't take you with him, right?
Right.
He didn't pay for you to get out of Cleveland Avenue, right?
Right.
In fact, he didn't do that for anybody there that you grew up with, right?
I know about me.
Okay, we'll talk about you. But Jeffrey would encourage you, isn't it true? And gave you opportunities to have a job with him if you wanted it, right?
He would encourage me to start selling drugs.
One more time.
I said he would encourage me to start selling drugs.
Yeah, he wanted you to stop committing crime, right? Tell the truth.
Yeah.
And he offered you jobs like you can carry bags for the group when they tour, right? Tell the truth.
Yeah.
And he gave you opportunities to try, I'm not saying for everybody, but try to perform rap music in the studio, right?
Yes.
He gave you opportunities, if you wanted it, to possibly try to organize, because they do a lot of packing up the equipment and the luggage, right? And pack for people, right?
It was an opportunity for me, man.
But you wanted the instant money like a theft, right?
I wasn't trying to do none of this stuff, man.
I can't hear you.
So I wasn't trying to do none of this stuff.
I don't know what you mean. Just explain your answer to it.
Yeah. Yes, I want instant money. Yeah.
And what Jeffrey was offering you is not, he wasn't just going to give you money, but he gave you opportunities to change your life, right?
Most definitely was an opportunity.
I couldn't hear
Yes,
you.
it was an opportunity.
And he gave opportunities, if you know, to everybody in poverty. True? If they wanted to work hard.
Now, I'm going to object to speculation regarding everyone.
I sustain the objection. It's overbroad. Go ahead and rephrase it, sir.
To your knowledge, Jeffrey made that same commitment to other people who were struggling. True?
I'm going to object.
Still, same issue, Mr. Steele. I'm sustaining the objection. It's overbroad. So rephrase it, please.
Do you know whether Jeffrey made that offer to others?
Still broad. You want to make it a little specific, more specific?
Did Jeffrey give an opportunity for lawful work in YSL record company music to other people? If you know.
I stand the objection.
Mr. Stevens. Eventually you got off drugs, right?
After prison.
Couldn't hear you.
After prison.
And you don't do drugs now, do you?
No.
And when you went to prison, that's different than the jail. That's different than Fulton County Jail, right?
Yes.
And prison is horrible too, isn't it?
Yes.
You're away from your kids, right?
Yes. Yes.
You could be 5 hours away, depending upon where you're put, right?
That's true.
Dangerous.
Yes.
And when you've been in prison before, how often did Jeffrey Williams come to see you?
You can come see me.
I can't hear you.
None.
So according to the prosecution, you're business partners, right? That's what they're saying. You're co-founders. You really didn't co-found anything with Jeffrey. Isn't it true? He went one direction, you stayed in another. Isn't that true?
We went separate ways.
But Jeffrey never turned his back to you. He always made himself available if you needed something. Isn't that true?
Yeah.
He let you come to his home, right?
Yes.
If you were going to be put out from your house, he would pay that money for you one time, right?
You help out.
I can't hear.
You would help out.
Okay. But most importantly, he wanted you not to live a life of crime. Isn't that true?
Yes.
Mr. Steele, it might be a good time to just to put a pin in for today. Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Ms. Five.
Yep, so he gives his instruction, and Touche, thank you for the 10. This is right on point here. So Touche, right before Glanville, cuts Steele off right there. After this whole line of questioning that establishes that Jeffrey Williams didn't want to see his friends continue to go down the path of a criminal lifestyle or, fall into bad things, even if they weren't doing something criminal, but cops are always looking at people around Cleveland Avenue to jump out of the bushes and scoop up. And again, guys, the lore about the bush thing is this expert witness, Marissa Viverito, said during her Daubert hearing, the transcripts are on the channel if you want to go check them out, that she used to do field work hiding in the bushes of Cleveland Avenue watching the citizens of Cleveland Avenue in their natural habitat. Her words. So that's why we always have the Bush reference. But yeah, exactly this. Touche says, I feel like everyone in the courtroom felt something at the end of this questioning. Even Glanville was like, I think this is a good place to finish. And definitely polite the way that Steele does this line of questioning. Doug Weinstein also very, very, very masterful with the type of questions that can humanize a witness and get them to open up and speak on these things. The beauty in Adriane Love objecting about, oh, Jeffrey Williams wanted to help his friends. Friends is too broad. This is the first witness that had a personal relationship with Jeffrey Williams, it's called. We went through like 30 APD officers, investigators, chain of custody people. And we have Tick is really the first exposure about that early life and upbringing and the friendship group dynamics and the rise to success and fame as far as Jeffrey Williams, young thug. But guess what? When we have DK come to the stand, Munktunk, Kenneth Copeland, I mean, we end up getting all of these same friends to all say, hey, Jeffrey Williams tried to help us. Jeffrey Williams cut me off when I was getting in trouble. And I didn't stop getting in trouble. So Jeffrey Williams went his separate ways. I don't talk to him anymore. So they get to repeat the same thing that Love tried to keep out here. They punctuate it throughout the trial as the state calls these witnesses really every month and a half or so. So, and again, we're on January 8th here, guys. January 9th, they get to court and then they end court for the day. They don't do anything. When we get to the 17th, we're still on January 10th, but then there's going to be a break and like Tick is off the stand for like a week and a half before they bring him back. So they end up all in all wasting a month of Tick's time as he's trying to start a new job. You guys in the chat have mentioned that because he was unavailable for so long, he ends up losing his job. And I don't have firsthand knowledge of that, but a lot of you guys have said that. So even though he's not in trouble for anything, Tick isn't the one on trial. He's not under arrest. He's not in custody. They still end up screwing with this man's life and his income and his livelihood yet again by having him on the stand for a month, trying to get the jury to believe that because he got in trouble for selling weed and robbing somebody in 2013, that somehow Jeffrey Williams is running a criminal mastermind organization, even though they never checked the financials. They never did any forensics or pulled Jeffrey Williams' financials. Just somebody was selling weed and it was at Jeffrey Williams' beck and call. That's the summary of this trial. Just crazy. So big thank you there, Touche. And earlier we were talking about the Magic City wings. FFS came in with the context. It was Shada, Siri Shada Jimenez. That's who had to buy the Magic City wings. That's extra hilarious because maybe right around this time, or maybe it was during pretrial jury selection, Shada Jimenez gets in trouble. He's ordered by Glanville to buy lunch for everybody. He gets these Magic City wings. And I don't remember when it was, but he goes on X at some point and ends up saying that Adriane Love once accused him, an attorney, a fellow attorney. And Love hates when she's accused of anything. She can't stand when someone casts aspersions on her. But she accused Siri Shada Jimenez of spying on her through a printer. So FFS, thank you for the 5. Thank you for the walk down memory lane there. This trial is just so loaded with the most ridiculous, trivial details. And Jenny, hold on. Jenny's back with another 5 gifted subs. Let's get some Jennies in the chat. And I'm seeing in the chat the printer. For real, the printer. I can't even get my printer to connect to Wi-Fi without trying for an hour. And somehow Love just insists that a fellow attorney is spying on her. She's allowed to make any accusations she wants, I guess. And Jenny, thank you for the 20, says it's looking like old times. On the way to an all green chat, all slimed. I see and support your vision, Kat. Thank you so much. Lunch on me. Well, these days, coffee on me. You know what I love about... shout out to Justice Serve TV. It's probably hard to read, but I love that their brand is green. So I get to drink my coffee every day in something that's slime themed. I don't know if JSTV did that on purpose, but I love them over there. And I will get a refill on Jenny. So big thank you, Jenny. And I think I queued this up. And so you guys don't think I'm just making it up. Look at this first hour where they're all just moseying around court. They're not doing anything. They're not going through evidence. With Whitaker, if they had time to kill because a juror was caught in traffic or something, Whitaker would say, let's get some homework going. Let's get some stuff cleared up. And we don't have that with Glanville. So they start about here with housekeeping issues. We'll start the volume half. A loud click.
Hi, Ms. Stevens, good morning, sir. All right, just remind you, you're still on the oath, okay? All right, summarize yours, please, sir.
Turn that down a little. I put the volume down to about a quarter because that was loud. If it's too quiet or still too loud, let me know. They had multiple carts. Hold on, I still have pictures of them ready to go. Where are they? And to be fair, they had to bring in a bigger exhibit with this one. But yeah, they had multiple carts and cartwheelers. Yeah, that's another thing. We used to drop the emojis in the chat anytime we would see the cart. Yeah, and this is I think the most famous
All right, ladies and
viral
gentlemen, please be
clip.
seated.
I think the most famous clip from this trial is from this day. Oh, we got a cheer squeak, chat. That's our first squeak of the day.
All right, thank you, Sergeant Ingram. All right, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, good morning. Good morning. All right, without further delay, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to continue with the presentation of the state's case and our current witness. Ms. Love, you may continue, madam. Or I should say, Mr. Steele, you may continue.
Good morning, Your Honor. Thank you so much. So I'm going to show you what's already been admitted. It's State's Exhibit number 23, Your Honor, may I approach?
You may, sir.
May I approach you, Mr. Stevens? You could turn to, if you don't mind, over at number 155 in that document. Do you have this? Tell me if you need help finding it, okay?
And Your Honor, just for clarity, is that 23 uniform? I heard you.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, you. Did you find that, sir?
Yeah.
Can you just do me a favor at the bottom of that page? What page number is that, just for the ladies and gentlemen who are following along?
55.
Thank you. I'm going to show you what I'm marking as Mr. Williams number 20.
And that's what we're at 155.
You may, sir.
May I approach you, Mr. Stevens?
Yeah.
Could you do me a favor? Just make sure that that is an identical, you know what I mean by just overact 155, just make sure that they're the same.
Understood. I need to approach Mr.
Okay, come on up.
We just zoom in on Doug. Oh, and I wonder if Yak was sick around this time. Shout out to David Bots. Mr. Bot. If anyone from this trial were to write if everyone wrote a tell-all book, I think my favorite to read would be Bots.
Okay, Mr. Steele, based on our conversations with Ms. Love, are you going to withdraw that exhibit?
I am going to withdraw temporarily. I'm
Okay.
going to fix it. And yes,
That's fine, sir.
thank you.
Okay, all right. You may continue whenever you're ready, sir.
Okay, may I approach, Your Honor?
You may, sir.
Mr. Stevens, I'm going to come back to overact 155, just have to amend something. Can you look at 156? Tell me if it comports with what I've now marked, Mr. Williams, number 21 from today's statement. And when I say comport, that's bear with, just tell me if it's identical, if you don't mind.
Taking us on a trip. So Chloe Albert's Revenge says, okay, so what is with the sorbet-inspired color scheme today at the prosecution table? Do the ladies have choir practice after court? So that made me want to go check the DA Dispatch, the newsletter that Fulton County does monthly. They haven't done one for the last 4 months now, but they were doing them consistently, sometimes 2 a month for the last 5 years otherwise. And for January, look who's on the cover. Look who's on the cover. And they're coordinating. It looks like he's got the gold pocket scarf that looks like 2 playing cards to match the dress over here. So they do be coordinating. I don't know where else they go with this. I'll look through this for some other stuff to see if we get any other events. But just so you guys know, I think they really do coordinate. So thank you, Chloe.
Yeah. Okay. Your Honor, I'm moving for the admission of Mr. Williams, number 21.
Any objection to Defendant Williams, 21?
It is I don't object as it is from the indictment.
Okay, all right. Defendant Williams, 21 is admitted and may be published as you see fit.
Okay, Mr. Kokomo assists, Your Honor. Mr. Williams, you see on your screen, it should be next to you or behind you. Is that depict what is, or is that the same as what's in Mr. Williams number 21? What's on the screen?
Yeah.
Okay. And this comes out of the indictment. Is that fair to say?
Yeah.
And you would charge in the same indictment, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. With regards to overt act 156, do you see it's the date of January 16, 2022 is alleged?
Yes.
And do you recognize the gentleman in that photograph?
Yes.
And who is that gentleman?
Jeffrey Williams.
Okay, and it states that an associate defendant, Jeffrey Williams, an associate of YSL, did appear in a video released on Mr. Williams' Instagram account, flashing a Bloods, quote unquote, gang sign, overt act, and furtherance of conspiracy. You see where that's written?
Yes.
Okay. Tell the ladies and gentlemen jury whether you know, based upon your experience and your lifestyle, whether Mr. Williams is showing with his left hand a Bloods gang sign.
Tell him if I know or not.
Yeah.
Tell him if I know what he doing.
Chat. Look at your screen. This is huge. Brian Steele barely ever does interviews, and we all love Brian Steele here. So guys, Kurt says he's going to have Brian Steele on in a few weeks. I can't wait to pick his brain. Well, I think most recently, I think his name's been like in the news because of his work on the Diddy trial, he and Nicole Westmoreland. But obviously, I mean, the man has tried hundreds of cases. He's fought, I would say, probably close to hundreds of appeals, if not in the hundreds. Just a incredible career, incredible career. So I'm just gonna say it now, guys. Go hit the bell over on Uncivil Laws channel. Let me get you the link. We've got to be over there for that. That's going to be amazing. Let's see. I'm so excited for that, Kurt. I'm so excited.
Yeah. Tell me what it is.
We had a record out at the time called Pushing P. So he making a P in reference to the song.
Okay, and are you familiar with the video of that song? Songs sometimes come along with videos. Do you know that?
Yes.
Okay. And do you know whether, Mr. Williams, you already referenced the song? And what was the title of the song, if you know it?
Pushing P.
And do you know whether that song came out with a video?
Yes.
Okay. I'd like to show you part of the video. Just make sure that it's the same video you remember, okay?
Yes.
Your Honor, can I ask
think
Mr.
I'll have to
Kokomo
mute.
approach it to the video so it's not as still?
You may, sir.
Thank you, sir.
I have music I can play instead of letting them play
Mr.
copyrighted
Stevens, can Mr.
music.
Kokomo come to you?
We could try that out.
You recognize that?
Yes.
Okay. And when Mr. Kokomo comes back, Your Honor, I'd like to display to the jurors what Mr. Stevens has just identified, and it will be marked on a thumb drive as Mr. Williams number 22.
Your Honor, before that happens, I would like to, or whatever it was that was shown.
Do you mind, Mr. Kokomo?
Okay.
I move for the admission of Mr. Williams number
22.
Yes, sir.
Any objection?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes.
There is commentary on number 22. If in fact that was the video.
How do you guys feel about Love having issue with commentary? Of all people to raise an issue with commentary being included with some media exhibit that the opposing party wants to introduce.
Just shown to say.
Commissary hearsay, or what is it?
Yes, it would be testimony being presented through counsel for Mr. Williams. I can have him to show the court what.
Yeah, let me see it.
Your Honor?
Yeah.
It's being removed. It was just to show which exhibit we're talking about. It'll be removed.
As long as the commentary is removed, we don't have any objection. We would ask that the whole video, the entire video, what he is about to show, be shown.
Do you have is there a redacted copy of that?
What he has on there is a redacted copy.
Oh, it is. Okay. All right.
We would ask that the whole video be shown.
Is the whole thing? Yeah, we have a whole video, Your Honor. I'm just showing the pertinent part, but if the state wants to show the whole video, that's fine.
They're objecting based on rule of completeness, so
No problem.
we'll just play all of it after you
Instant.
oriented your portion. So, Mr. Kokomo, if you just play the first portion that council wants you to play, then you can play the entirety of it, okay? Is that a yes? Okay, all right.
Sorry. And last,
Yes, Mr. Stevens.
No. Nothing. Nothing, Your Honor.
Are you okay? You have enough clothing, or you want me to? I make a phone call. I know a guy.
It's called.
Okay, all right. Let me make a phone call. Okay.
I know that juror's voice. This trial.
It's a little cold in here. Just a little bit, okay? All right, thanks. All right, bye-bye. All right, done. Okay, all right.
You ready? Now, Mr. Kokomo's adjusting.
Is he calling someone to just turn up the thermostat or actually get clothes?
Stevens, while Mr. Kokomo doing that, may I just ask you a couple of questions with the court's permission? Your Honor, may I approach?
Yes, you may, sir.
I'm showing what I marked as Mr. Williams number 8.
Your Honor, that's at those exhibits published before they are.
Number 9, okay, 10, and number 13. Can you just take a peek at them yourself? Tell me if you recognize them one at a time.
Yes, I recognize.
Can you recognize all those numbers, 8, 9, 10, 11? I think that's what I gave you.
No, you gave me 8, 9, 10, and 13.
Okay, thank you, sir. And do those photographs accurately depict a person that you know in that photograph?
Yes.
Your Honor, I will move for the admission of 8, 9, 10, 11, 13 once Mr.
I
Kokomo.
don't have 11.
It's 8,
What'd I
9,
say?
and 13 is what you've shown him.
8, 9, 10.
8, 9, 10, and 13, yo.
Okay, all right, okay.
Your Honor, the state objects.
We'll start out with number 8. You have objection 8?
Yes, Your Honor, if I may hold.
Okay.
Your Honor, as it relates to defendant's exhibit number 8, I would ask to.
What's the basis for your objection?
No basis, no foundation. There was no question how to recognize. I would like to show this to the court so that the court can fully understand.
Come on up.
I think this is the part, you guys. I'm so excited. Maybe it's not. Okay, I don't think this is actually the part. It might be down here. I think it's over here. And then Chloe says fantasy. Yeah, guys, let's do fantasy football legal version in the chat. Chloe says Steele, Alessi, Alan Jackson, Yannetti, Paula the juror, Mark Betterow in front of Judge Mary Marlowe Summer, which I think is the judge from the Rush trial that called the mistrial with prejudice. I think. I can tell you I would not have Love on my fantasy football team. I'd put her, you know when the gym teacher used to like pick teams? I'd be like, put Love on the other team, put her over there.
Mr. Steele, I'm going to sustain, consistent with bench conversation, I'm going to sustain the objections. You can lay a little more foundation, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Ready? Your Honor, can we play what has been marked and admitted as Mr. Williams' number
22?
22?
Yes, sir. You
And we can play the whole thing, but I was focused on, you want to play the whole, we'll play the whole thing, Mr. Kokomo, with the court's permission.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Stevens, if this is not the video to the music, pushing P that you described, just let us know, okay? And then we're going to go back and look at specifics, times. You have sound playing?
Share this thing.
I think sometimes I'm going to put something over the screen. Sorry, guys, because I think this is one of the ones that did a visual claim. So I don't know. What do we want to put the cart here? Okay, they're asking questions. I think we're fine.
You can if you'd be so kind enough to do so, Ms. Love. Come on up, Mr. Kokomo, with the computer. I'm gonna give you some technical help assistance.
We got to disrupt the visual recognition. Alicia says she wants Whitaker for the judge. Amber says Takapina, love Takapina. Betterell, Jackson, Alessi, Ashley Merchant, another good one. Jose Baez. I think he's representing Shayna Gardner in that murder for hire, like the bounty case in, I think, Jacksonville, Florida.
Thank you, Mr. Kokomo. Mr. Stevens, do you know a person, an artist named Sergio Kitchens or a performer named Gunna?
Yes,
Is that the same person? Did Sergio Kitchens perform
Yes.
under the name Gunna?
yes,
And did you see that gentleman, if you recognize that gentleman in this, Mr. Williams, number 22?
yes.
Okay. Kokomo, can you take us to and just remind us of the exact time you're showing? So the honorable court is aware and the parties and the jury?
Gosh, that was a squeak. After 3. All right, so that's me muting it. But they are playing it in court.
Mr. Stevens, you recognize the person that Mr. Kokomo stopped the number at 149.54? You recognize who that is?
I know, yeah,
Who is it?
definitely.
Okay. And what Mr. Williams is doing with his hand, is that similar to what it's in the indictment count 1 overt act number 156 that we've shown you before?
Yes,
Okay. And that is a P, you said earlier, right?
yes.
And did you realize or do you know that the song Pushing P and the video were released shortly around January 16, 2022?
I didn't realize that, but
Objection, Your Honor, as to his knowledge and speculation.
I sustain objection.
If I showed you something to refresh your memory, would that, do you know when it first came out? Are you familiar? When that video and song first came out and was released?
I know exactly when it came out, but just not the exact date though. I remember the timing, that's what I'm saying.
Okay, can you describe the time?
Not as in no date, but, hey,
Do you know whether it was around the date that's listed in the indictment that's in front of you? And if you don't know, just say, I don't know. It's fine. We'll do it.
I don't know.
It's fine. Okay. But that's certainly not a blood sign in the indictment. Am I correct?
Correct.
All right. Now, with regards to when Mr. Williams, when you knew him, when he was starting out to try to become an accomplished musical artist, accomplished means like a,
Objection as to compound.
I sustain the question.
when, let me ask you a different way. When you knew Mr. Williams, when he first started out trying to become a professional musical artist, okay? I want you to lock in on that time, okay? Is that okay? Did social media and followers have any, if you know, have any type of significance to Mr. Williams to get out his?
Objection as to speculation, and it would call for self-serving hearsay.
If
I
you know,
sustain the objection. You can rephrase, Mr. Steele, or lay a little more foundation.
I don't want you to say anything Mr. Williams said. Do you know whether Mr. Williams used social media to try to broadcast his music?
Objection again as to speculation.
Well, let's see if he knows, and then I'll rule on the objection, okay?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
And
I'm gonna rule the objection.
And with regards to social media, was it more than music? If you noticed, did Mr. Williams also put out videos of himself?
Yes.
And did he also communicate to people to try to get their attention and to have followers?
Objection as to the mindset.
I sustain the question.
Did Mr. Williams, don't tell me anything about mindset, did he put out also statements on social media to try to get fans?
Objection as to the
I
trust.
sustain the question.
Did he put out statements on social media?
Yes.
And did he do all that under the moniker or brand name Young Thug?
Yes.
And if you know, is Mr. Williams trying to portray a certain type of image on social media?
Objection as to mindset.
I sustain the question.
Do you know if Mr. Williams portrayed a certain image as to himself on social media?
Objection.
I sustain the question.
Did Mr. Williams put forth a gangster rap image on social media?
Yes.
And do you know whether Mr. Williams had a lot of followers when he did that? Followers on Instagram.
Objection calls for speculation.
I sustain the
If he
question.
knows. Do you ever see Mr. Williams' social media accounts?
Yes.
Okay. And do those social media accounts show how many people are following?
Yes.
And did Mr. Williams, from this conduct, from this entertainment, did it have a lot of people following him?
Objection as to compound and
I sustain the question as to form.
Did he have a lot of followers?
Yes.
And were the followers building over time?
Yes.
And did you notice that it was increasing a large amount? Did you notice?
Yes.
And did it eventually get to the point that Mr. Williams had millions of followers?
Yes.
You know how many millions at any given time?
I know millions. Though.
Couldn't hear you.
I don't know the exact million, but I know it's millions.
Now, was there a time that you were mad at Mr. Williams for the content of his songs?
And the content of the songs.
The lyrics that he used.
Yes.
Tell ladies and gentlemen why.
Because I knew that he was teasing me.
Tell him what you mean by that.
He made a song and he referred to me as robbing women. At that time, the whole neighborhood was poking fun at me for being accused of robbing women because they knew that.
objection as to what the neighborhood.
I sustain the question.
They knew what I was known for, which was
I sustain, you can't answer the question.
Don't, Mr. Stephen, don't say what other people were thinking. Just say what you were thinking. Why were you mad at Mr. Williams?
For even putting that in the song, knowing that it was false.
And did Mr. Williams, were you also mad at him because you believed in other lyrics he was describing things that you did, but taking credit for it?
Yeah.
And why did that bother you?
Your Honor, I object as to generalization from justice.
I'll stand the question as the form, Mr. Steele. You can rephrase it.
Mr. Stevens, why did it bother you? Why were you mad at Mr. Williams for using lyrics about your life as if he did?
An objection as to what lyrics, to specificity.
I'll stand as the form.
It could be any. Did you ever get mad at Mr. Williams because he was taking credit for things that you know you did in his lyrics?
I felt the way.
I apologize.
I felt a certain type of way. I had a feeling about it.
Your Honor, I object as to my response that we don't know.
I'll stand. Just rephrase or redirect him, or refocus him, I should say, Mr. Steele.
Instead of saying you felt a certain type of way, can you be more specific with that, Mr. Stevens? Why you were mad at Mr. Williams?
Well, I did. I said I felt a certain type of way. I really can't put. Say probably jealousy. I felt, probably jealousy because I knew it was something I could have been rapping about and potentially making money of it.
Now, if you know, is it a competitive business to be, to try to get fans on social media and followers in rap songs, if you know?
No, I'm not in the business.
I couldn't hear, you're not in the business?
I don't know.
Yeah, the squeak.
All right. Do you remember Jeffrey wearing really tight pants before they were popular?
Yes.
And based upon Jeffrey's popularity growing and this fashion that he wore, did other people start wearing really tight pants?
Objection, compound speculation.
Sustained objection.
Did people follow Jeffrey's lead, if you know, to wear tight pants?
Objection, speculation.
Sustained.
Did people wear tight pants after Jeffrey?
Objection, general, overbroad, irrelevant.
I stand the question.
Did you notice that
That was
after
so
Jeffrey
annoyed.
Jeffrey started wearing tight pants, other people in your neighborhood wore tight pants?
Yes, it became a trend.
I couldn't hear you.
Yes, it became a trend.
Trend?
Yeah. Mhm.
How about tight necklace around the neck? Did Jeffrey start that as well?
So our neighborhood, or like,
Anyway, did you notice that he started to wear tight necklaces?
I noticed his stuff started getting tight. Just
And did you notice that other people again followed that trend?
Objection, speculation.
I stand the question.
I asked if you noticed.
Whether other people.
This is not
Whether other people, that's speculation.
Did you notice other people wearing tight necklaces after Jeffrey started them?
I noticed other people's things starting to get tight too.
It would be fair to say that Jeffrey was being watched and he became a trendsetter, to use your word.
Objection, compound, and speculation.
I stand the question.
Do you know whether people followed what Jeffrey was wearing, singing about?
Objection, speculation.
Sustained.
Did people start dressing like Jeffrey?
Objection, speculation.
That's,
You might want to just ask a question before that, so.
do you know whether after Jeffrey started to wear certain fashion, other people started to dress like that? Do you know?
I don't know exactly why they did it, but I started seeing similarities in what he was doing and what other people were doing.
And when you first met Jeffrey in approximately 2007, that year is, like you said before, what was he called? What was the typical name that you called him and people called him?
Little Jeff.
And do you know what his father's name is?
Yes.
Tell the ladies and gentlemen, Joe.
Big Jeff.
Now, we talked about Jeffrey wearing tight jeans. Do you know, don't speculate, do you know whether Jeffrey got any criticism? That means, did people go against him for wearing tight jeans, if you know?
Yes.
And tell us about that. What do people do? You're aware.
I'm aware that they was accusing him of being gay.
A homosexual?
Yes.
And did that help, if you know, Jeffrey's popularity?
Objection, speculation.
If you
I
know.
sustain the question. Well, let me see if he can answer the predicate. So you can ask him that again.
You can answer.
Oh, my bad. You can say it again. All the objections. So,
No, it's my fault. It's not your fault. You ready? There's nothing to do. You ready? The question is, if you know, did being called gay affect Jeffrey's popularity on social media?
Your Honor, I object to that because.
That's a different question. I'm gonna sustain that, though.
Did being called gay affect Jeffrey's popularity at all?
Objection, Your Honor, as to,
I sustain it.
If you know.
Your Honor, he can't fix it with that if you.
Yeah, I'm sustaining the question.
Okay. Now, did you know that Jeffrey, besides music, branched out into fashion as a business?
yes.
And do you know Spider? You know that Spider brand?
Yes.
What is Spider brand?
A brand, a clothing brand.
And whose clothing brand is that?
Jeff Williams.
I'm going to show you what has been previously marked and shown to you. Mr. Williams, number 9. Mr. Williams, number 10. You already took a peek at that. Remember looking at Mr. Stevens?
Yes.
Mr. Williams, number 9. Do you recognize who's in that picture?
Yes.
And do you recognize the clothing shown in that picture?
Yes.
And do you recognize the color of that clothing?
Yes.
And does it fairly and accurately depict the clothing and the person who's wearing it in that picture, number 9, Mr. Williams?
Yes.
I'll move for the admission of number 9.
Any further objection to defendant's 9?
No, Your Honor, that's not.
Defendant's 9 is a
You took like 10 seconds to stand up and just announce that there was actually no objection.
admitted and maybe published as you see fit, sir.
It should be on the screen, but it's right in front of you, Mr. Stevens. Who is that gentleman in Mr. Williams, number 9?
Jeffrey Williams.
And is he wearing a, what I call a hooded sweatshirt?
Yes.
And can you see the type or brand on that sweatshirt?
Yes.
What brand or type is that?
Spider brand.
And who owns Spider brand, to your knowledge?
Jeff Williams.
Okay. And what color is that hooded Spider brand sweatshirt?
Blue with white words. And
then do you notice a jacket on top of the hooded sweatshirt?
yes.
And what color is that jacket?
Blue.
Do you notice pants being worn by Mr. Williams in number 9?
Yes.
And what brand is that?
Spider clothing brand.
Same owner of that brand?
Yes.
And what color?
Blue with white words.
And then the shoes, you see shoes?
Yes.
And do you know what type of shoes they are? And if you don't, that's fine. Yes or no?
No, I don't.
Okay. And the laces appear to be what color on the right foot?
Red.
And how about the left foot?
Blue.
The hybrid
I'd like you
gay.
to look at Mr. Williams, number 10, that should be in front of you. I think I gave that to you. It might be underneath number 9.
No, that's the tongue.
One more
The
time.
lace is blue on both on it. That look like that's the tongue.
Okay. It's the tongue is red.
Oh, yeah, I answer to the best of my ability.
That's fine. That's fine. Do you see Mr. Williams, number 10? It's maybe under number 9.
Yes.
Never seen that before?
Yes.
And there are 2 gentlemen in that picture. Is that fair to say?
Yes.
Do you recognize both of those gentlemen?
Yes.
And is that picture depicted in number 10 of Mr. Williams fair and accurate depiction of both of those people?
Yes.
Your Honor, I move for the admission of number 10.
Yeah,
Yes, ma'am. You have any further objection to defense?
I'd ask you to what year as to 10 before the admission.
All right.
Bye. Love has some questions.
Good morning, Mr.
Kat.
Stevens.
No.
Were you present when that picture was taken, defense exhibit number 10?
No.
Do you recognize the area that that picture was taken in?
No.
Can you say with certainty whether that picture accurately describes or accurately reflects whatever was present in that area at the time that the picture was taken?
Can I say that? No.
Your Honor, state objects to number 10.
Foundation?
He has no basis.
Foundation?
Yes.
Still anything else?
That would go to weight, Your Honor, not the admissibility.
I'm gonna sustain state's objection at this time.
Okay. All right. Did I give you number 11 if you could look at that? And it might be 13.
I only have 9 and 10.
Okay. You want me to approach?
You may, sir.
Let me show you this. You recognize what I showed you before as Mr. Williams number 13.
Yes.
And do you recognize any of the people shown in Mr. Williams 13?
Yes.
Do you recognize both those people?
Yes.
And does the photograph accurately show the way those two people look?
Yes.
And were you present when that image was taken?
No.
Have you seen that image before?
Yes.
Okay. And is that what now is Mr. Williams 13 accurate the way you've seen it before?
Yes.
And where have you seen it before?
Social media.
Okay. Your Honor, I move for the admission of Mr. Williams number 13.
Any objection to defendant's 13? None.
A
Defendant Williams
little bit of
13.
Zoom.
I'd ask to voir dire the witness.
All right. Can I see 13, please? You got 13 in front of you, young man? Okay, here you go. All right, go ahead, Ms. Love.
Mr. Stevens, as to defendants 13, Mr. Steele asked you where or whether you've seen that photograph before, and you said on social media.
Yes.
Did you place that photo on social media?
No.
Do you know anything about the time that that photograph was taken?
No.
Do you know anything about the surroundings in that photograph?
No.
Do you know anything about whether that photograph accurately reflects what was in the camera range at the time the photograph was taken? In other words, do you know whether or not that photograph accurately reflects the surroundings that those people are in at the time the photograph was taken?
No.
Is the only basis for your saying you recognize that photograph that you've seen it on social media?
Yes.
And is your knowledge of the photographs that you saw on social media any greater than your knowledge of the photograph as it sits before you today?
I'm saying on social media.
Your Honor, based on that, as through this witness, I would object to that photograph.
I will rule the objection, madam.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna admit it. E13 may be published as you see fit.
On the screen is Mr. Williams number 13. Can you make that bigger without making it unreadable,
The caption's tiny.
Mr. Kokomo?
So it's an Instagram picture from Nut, Donovan Thomas.
Mr. Stevens, can you see the screen and and it's in front of you as well? And describe to the jurors and tell them by what people are wearing, who is seen in that photograph, please.
Jeffrey Williams got on blue shirt, blue pants, and this Nut. He got on a white shirt with plaid shorts.
And you use the name Nut. NUT, does that sound right?
Yes.
And do you, by any chance, if you don't, that's fine, know what Nut's government given means?
Yes.
Can you tell ladies and gentlemen, jury?
Donovan Thomas.
And by looking at, if you know, Mr. Williams number 13, who posted this photograph of Mr. Williams and Mr. Thomas, Donovan Thomas, on social media?
Do I know who posted?
Yeah. Do you know whose Instagram account it was?
Yes. Nut.
Tell the ladies and gentlemen, jury, whose Instagram account posted it?
Nut.
And for some people who may not know, can you explain what it means by posting on your social media account? What does that mean?
Uploading the image from your phone to the internet.
Okay. And at the top, you see where it says big business underscore PNT underscore Nut?
Yes.
Do you recognize that as somebody's social media handle?
Yes.
Whose social media handle is that?
Nut.
And then, Mr. Kokomo, if you don't mind just scrolling to the bottom. If you know, you see where it says in the first line, 444 likes, you see that?
Yes.
If you don't know, just say, I'm not sure. What does it mean with the number 444 and the word likes next to it on social media?
That 444 people like the picture.
And then underneath that, again, it says big business underscore ENT underscore nut. And then it's written me and little bro. Is that fair to say?
Yes.
And then it has an ampersand, thugger 1. Bullying at big homie. At Birdman with a 5-star kind of. Pound 25 million, sky the limit. You see all that?
Yes.
And I'm in the race, blood love. See all that?
Yes.
And whose social media account wrote that? I know you don't know who wrote it, but whose social media account is that attributable to?
Nuts.
And what date was that posted?
May 26, 2014.
Were you aware whether Mr. Thomas and Mr. Jeffrey Williams were friends?
Your Honor, I'd ask for clarity, vague,
I stand the question. You can rephrase it, sir.
time frame.
To your knowledge, was Mr. Thomas, Donovan Thomas, and Mr. Williams friends?
Time frame, Your Honor, vague.
I stand the question. Just rephrase it.
Before the death, well, where were you? If you remember, I know dates are not good. Do you remember where you were the end of 2014, beginning of 2000, let's say January 2015, if you know?
In 2014.
If you don't know, it's fine.
Yeah. Jail.
You were in custody?
Yes.
In jail?
Yeah.
Okay. And is that for the end of 2014 going to the beginning of 2015?
Yes.
But you're clearly out in some point of early 2015 because you told the jury about being sent home from the rodeo tour. You remember that?
Yes.
And you were clearly out on your birthday in 2015, April 26th.
Yes.
That's true. Okay. All right. At the time that you were in custody, put in custody, in 2014, do you remember when that was? And if you don't, that's fine.
At the time when I was in custody?
Yeah, were you in custody the end of 2014 going into beginning of 2015? If you know. And if you don't know, that's fine.
Yeah.
Do you remember approximately when you were arrested and put in custody in 2014?
Yes.
Approximately when was it?
I think that's the date we've been just going over. October 14, October 2014. I don't know that date.
That's fine. And that's what's shown days ago
Yeah.
with that allegation
Right.
when you were arrested.
That's how I remember. Yeah.
Okay. So let's use that as the date. At that time, October 2014, do you know whether Mr. Williams and Mr. Thomas were friends?
Objection, Your Honor, as to vagueness, same objection.
Let's see if he knows. I'll consider the objection based on the next response.
If you know.
Yes.
Were they friends?
Yes.
I'll hold the objection.
Yes, Your Honor.
And this May 26, 2014, who is referring to who? So you tell us the speakers as Little Bro. Who is Little Bro as you read that on social media?
Jeffrey.
Okay, and who's calling Jeffrey Little Bro?
Nut.
All right. I want to talk with you. Thank you, sir. I want to talk with you about April 26, 2015, your birthday, okay? Prosecutor was asking you these questions on that day, and you remember going into the compound to see an entertainer that you really liked. Remember you talked about paying $500, et cetera?
Yes.
Okay, that's the day I'm talking about. Are you aware at some point that the tour bus of Lil Wayne was supposedly shot?
Yes.
Tell the ladies and gentlemen jury what information you have at all that Jeffrey Williams was in any way involved with the shooting of that tour bus.
Laugh into the
Any at
microphone.
all?
Your Honor,
You have an objection, madam?
I do not.
Okay, all right. Go ahead.
Any at all?
Your Honor,
With the shooting of that tour bus.
Inappropriate.
Information you
Listen to
have
her.
at all that Jeffrey Williams was in any way involved with the shooting of that tour bus.
Any at all?
Your Honor,
You have an objection, madam?
I do not.
Okay, all right.
She laughs. She holds her head down. She goes, "Your Honor." And then he's like, "Do you have an objection?" I do not.
Go ahead. Can you answer the question, sir?
I don't have any information at all.
Okay. Now, you've been to concerts, musical concerts, fair to say?
Yes.
Have you ever been to a sporting event, Hawks game, something like that?
I've been to a sporting event. Yes.
And at the sporting event that you went to, were they selling, you call it merchandise? Were people selling merchandise, if you remember?
I know that they sell merchandise there.
Okay. When you were shown earlier a red hat and it said BOMPTON, you remember seeing that video or the photograph, right?
Yes.
Was that being sold at a show?
Yes.
And do people make money off of that?
Yes.
And do you know whether any YSL merchandise or merch is sold at shows?
Yes, yeah,
And do you know whether people can buy YSL merchandise over the internet?
yes,
And do you know whether people can buy Spider merchandise over the internet?
yes,
And is all this a business?
yes,
Do you know, if you know, does Jeffrey Williams have a record label, YSL?
yes,
And does he promote his records, albums, music, mixtapes, whatever it is, through YSL?
yes,
If you know, if you don't know, you say I don't know. Has that record label also been bought by a publicly traded company?
Objection, basis.
If he knows.
I will rule the objection, madam.
I don't know somebody about it.
You don't know. You
No.
know. That's fine. Okay.
Well, I don't think the state does either because they didn't look at any financial records. So
Are you aware that Jeffrey also performs with people, with other people in music?
Yes,
And do you know some of the artists that Jeffrey has performed with? And if yes, tell the jury.
yes.
Objection as to relevance.
Mr. Steele?
Goes to what Jeffrey Williams does, Your Honor, for his living, not a member of
I
a.
sustain it. I should say, I'm going to overrule the objection. He can testify that if he knows.
Post Malone,
And what type of music is Post Malone known for?
rock and roll, different. I don't know what kind of artist it is. I say that because that one I like.
That's fine.
One I like.
Do you know whether Mr. Williams has ever done work with, an artist named Rihanna?
Yes,
Okay, Elton John?
yes,
Has Mr. Williams, to your knowledge, does he have a song out with Elton John?
yes,
Is it a popular song? If you know,
yes,
you know the name of that song.
yes.
What is it?
Huh?
Okay. Do you know whether Mr. Williams has done work with an artist, if you know the artist, Ed Sheeran?
Your Honor, I'm going to object to the line of questioning regarding how many or who all Mr. Williams has done work with. If it was to establish that he is a rapper, no one disputes that.
I'm going to overrule the objection.
music artist.
Oh, what? My bad.
That's okay. Do you know whether Mr. Williams has done music with an artist, a musical artist named Ed Sheeran?
Yes,
How about, do you know an artist named Drake?
yes,
Do you know if Mr. Williams has done music with Drake?
yes,
How about, except not just rap music, do you know whether Mr. Williams also does popular music?
yes.
How about African beats?
Oh, yeah, country.
Okay, country. And did Mr. Williams, to your knowledge, have a gigantic country hit?
Yes.
How about Latin music?
I know it's several different genres.
Okay. Do you know whether Mr. Williams has performed in almost every continent in the world?
Yeah,
Do you know whether he's performed in front of over 300,000 people as a headliner?
An
Objection, Your Honor.
Antarctica
Same question.
concert.
When Jeffrey Williams, you were asked a series of questions on direct examination, that means when the prosecutor was asking questions about whether the conduct of YSL and its associates and members enhanced the notoriety, respect, the reputation. Tell the ladies and gentlemen jury how crime on Cleveland Avenue committed by YSL, you or its members, helped Jeffrey Williams, when you answer those questions, get respect, reputation, image, notoriety, street credibility. Tell them.
Objection as to relevance and objection as to the court.
That's the same question.
Your Honor, this goes directly to questions asked on direct examination.
Doesn't make them so objectionable, though. So I'm going to sustain the objection this one time.
Tell the jury, from being a member of YSL, that's what you said, right?
Yeah.
Tell the jury how Jeffrey Williams benefits from YSL within the street community.
He ain't got no benefit. I don't feel like he benefit. He don't benefit.
Okay. Now, earlier you went through in the indictment with me, you were kind enough, when it was, y'all just start bringing his money, remember 24Ms on, and remember that? And I know what you testified to, the jurors will remember. But why, explain to jurors, why would Jeffrey Williams need money from you or anybody else living on Cleveland Avenue? I'm not trying to insult anybody. Just answer that question if you don't mind.
Objection as to
I
speculation.
sustain the question.
Do you ever give Jeffrey Williams any money?
No.
Money is a hard commodity to get for you, isn't it?
Yes.
And for many people on Cleveland Avenue, is that fair to say?
Objection
I sustain
speculation.
the question.
Wait, my turn?
That's
My bad.
There's no question.
Oh, my bad.
Goes to you, sir.
Now, when you talked about being upset with Quentin Porter, Blue, remember, you wanted to separate from Rockford, do you remember that?
Yeah.
You want to separate from him, Mr. Quentin Porter, right?
Yeah.
And Jeffrey took on the YSL as his record label to sing about. Is that true?
Yeah.
As Jeffrey's popularity grew, did a lot of people in the neighborhood start singing and saying we're YSL?
Yes.
Was there any rule to get into YSL?
No.
Could Jeffrey, to your knowledge, stop somebody from saying I'm YSL?
No.
Could Jeffrey stop someone from putting a tattoo on their face, their arm, their...
Objection as to speculation and compound.
I sustain the question.
Be
Do
laughing
you know whether
again.
Jeffrey could stop someone from putting a tattoo on their body?
Objection as to speculation.
Still speculation, Mr. Steele. I sustain the objection.
Could he stop you from putting a tattoo on your body?
No.
And you said earlier that people were copying, this is my word, Jeffrey, I think your word was, he was trending or something like that. You remember that?
Yes.
And he was clearly now singing about YSL, right?
Yes.
He was clearly wearing certain clothing a certain way, right?
Yes.
And he was clearly being followed by others, true?
Yes.
Objection, Your Honor, as to speculation.
I sustain the last question of speculation.
Do you know from social media, people outside of Cleveland Avenue starting to dress like Jeffrey? If you know from social media.
Objection as to why they would be dressing.
Let me-
Speculation.
Let's see if he knows. He has any basis. Can you answer that question?
Can you say it again?
Yeah.
My bad. When y'all do that, I lose my train of thought. My bad.
That is not your bad. That is. So Stevens, and on social media, did you recognize people dressing like Jeffrey as his popularity grew?
Yes.
And that's outside of Cleveland Avenue, right?
Yes.
And do you know from social media, people outside of Cleveland Avenue, outside of our country, tattooing YSL on their bodies
Yes.
and putting Jeffrey's face tattooed on their calves,
Yes.
on their stomachs?
Yes. I met a girl. She had it on her arm.
I couldn't hear you.
I said I met a girl. She had it on her arm.
She had Jeffrey's image of his face on her arm?
Yeah.
And also had Jeffrey's lyrics on their bodies.
I don't think I seen no lyric, but it's possible.
I don't know, that's fine. And also have YSL tattooed on their bodies from the internet.
Yes.
Jeffrey became wildly popular, right?
Yes.
And from your area that you grew up in and that he was there a short period of time,
Yeah.
who else from that area is that popular?
Nobody.
Would you describe the fact that Jeffrey's efforts and talent,
Excuse me.
that's all right, created a brand? Do you know what I mean by brand? Something marketable that people liked.
Objection, speculation.
I sustain the objection.
But did you like it? I know you're jealous, you said of Jeffrey at times, but were you proud of him?
Yes.
He did something, were you shocked at what he did? From where he came from?
Objection,
Amazed.
compound.
I sustain the question's form. Rephrase, Mr. Steele.
Okay. How would you describe, in your own words, how you feel about the fact where Jeffrey, you know where he came from to where he grew? You ever think that was possible?
I feel like anything possible, but yeah, it was amazing, man.
To your knowledge, do you know whether people say that they know Jeffrey who really don't know him?
Objection, speculation.
I sustain the question.
Have you ever been in a situation where you knew that someone did not know Jeffrey, but they claimed to be able to contact him?
Objection, foundation.
I sustain the question.
Now, Jeffrey, you said, gave opportunities to you and others. Fair to say?
Yes.
And although he wouldn't give anyone money, would Jeffrey be free to open his house to others?
Yes.
And if they need a place to stay, could they come to his home?
Yeah, if you knew, yeah.
If he knew.
Yeah.
And how about vehicles? If somebody needed a vehicle, to your knowledge, would Jeffrey let people drive cars that he had?
Yes.
Tell ladies and gentlemen, jury, if you know about how people can get cars if they know Jeffrey in his home.
Can I speak from my experience?
Yes.
The drawer in his house with all the keys and he just, I don't even ask. I just grab them.
And what type of cars are we talking about? I know they change over time. Just give me an example. The type of cars we're talking
Can I
about.
speak from my experience?
Sure.
I've driven Rolls Royce truck, Bentley truck, Jeep truck, yeah, I'm living a lot of them.
And from your experience and knowledge, would Jeffrey rent cars for other people if they needed a car
Yeah,
in his own name?
yeah,
And did other people, including yourself, at times, were you able to rent a car? Did you have a credit card?
no,
But Jeffrey would do that for you and others?
yes.
And would he ask any questions about where you were taking the Bentley Jeep, or was it just, here you go?
Sometimes I didn't even know I was gone.
Same with rental cars?
Yeah,
Now, to get to the rodeo tour, I know you were sent home. Is it fair to say you were sent home by plane?
yes,
To get out to the rodeo tour, were you taking a tour bus? When I say you, did Jeffries have a tour bus? And if you don't remember, say I don't.
so I don't remember how I got there. No, I ain't take tour.
How about from city to city?
Yeah, that was super, yeah.
And if you were aware, was Jeffrey sleeping on the walkway of the tour bus to let other people sleep in the beds?
Yeah, everybody just fall asleep anyway, wherever you
Couldn't
can.
hear that, probably.
You just fall asleep wherever you got space to fall asleep.
And did Jeffrey make it known that he wanted to show people there is life outside of Cleveland Avenue?
Objection, Your Honor.
I sustain the question.
Was this the first time that you really ever, except for jails and custody, I'm excluding that. Was this really the first time, because of Jeffrey Williams, that you and others ever left the area that you grew up in, born in?
Objection as to others.
I sustain the question.
If you know,
As a form.
let's talk about yourself.
I went up, no, I ain't leave out 285 for him.
And how about private planes, airplanes? Do you know whether Jeffrey would take private planes to travel?
Yes,
And would he allow other people to see what it's like to fly?
yes,
And these are all new experiences.
yes.
And would you ever experience the fact that there's life outside of Cleveland Avenue?
Objection.
It's kind of, I'll sustain the question as a form, Mr. Steele. Before you pose the next question, ladies and gentlemen, how about a comfort break? All right, Mr. Steele, we're gonna, and ladies and gentlemen, jury, we're gonna take 10 minutes and then we'll come back and I'll kind of give you the plan for the afternoon, okay? All right, 10 minutes, remember my admonitions to you. Mr. Stevens, you can take your 10-minute break, please. All right.
So we're going to skip this comfort break, and I think we are getting to the moment I've been waiting for from this day, a monumentous viral moment. Before they stand up, Chloe has me dying because I try to eat a lot more fruit in the summer. I live in Florida, and that doesn't always mean we have fresh fruit. There's still stuff being imported that sat in a warehouse for way too long. But melon, strawberries, Florida has some great fruit this time of year. So she comes in. I've got 2 cantaloupes in my fridge. I got to cut up and start eating. Love calls Hilton. Ring, ring. Hilton, hello? Love, I have an idea. Tomorrow, let's dress like cantaloupes. You can be the fresh cantaloupe and I'll be the spoiled one. Hilton, oh, Miss Love, you're smart. So this is, look at their colors, the coordination. So I'm very excited. I love melon. Not these 2 melons, though. Big thank you to Chloe. I know you always make the chat laugh. You are the resident comedian here. And I'm very, very excited we get this moment. I want to make sure I don't skip it. While we're playing through these final minutes, I do have a hard stop in a few minutes. I can't get out of this. It's a group coaching call they do at work, so they don't always need me, but they need me today. I got to lead the class. We have Millionaire Mel is doing YNW Melly Trial 1 rewinds. Classy is about to go live to cover the Maureen Comey firing. And Pretty Lies and Alibis is covering the Koberger gag order hearing. I thought maybe Kurt might be doing that, but I wasn't sure. But he might be doing something on that soon too. I just don't see it scheduled. And then Melanie Little is currently looking at the Aaron Spencer case, which was mentioned earlier in the chat. I Googled it quick. I'm interested in doing a video on that. There's a gag order issue in that case as well. So that's really I don't know much about the background of the Aaron Spencer case, but I always love transparency and like to see fights over gag orders. So that's what's live right now. If you guys want to vote in the chat where you want to be redirected to in about 12 minutes here, we'll set that up. And by Melanie, let me know if you mean Melanie Little rather than Millionaire Mel, because there's 2 Mels in the running, 2 Mels in the running, and 2 melons on screen. So here we go, chat. We'll slow it down a little. The moment we've been waiting for. I think a lot of people missed this if they didn't watch the trial in the early days.
For our jury, please. Yeah, you said one.
Free fuck, mistrial. Free fuck, mistrial.
All right, Mr. Stevens, you can take it. Ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna go ahead and take our comfort break at this point in time. We'll be back in 10 minutes. We're in recess.
Free fuck, mistrial. Free fuck, mistrial.
I love the internet. I love the internet. And the whole room is just standing there. Oh my goodness, what a time with this entire trial. Shout out to whoever did that. Hilarious. Yep, he's saying free thug mistrial. Oh my goodness. Yeah, technically mistrial wouldn't free thug if it was without prejudice, but oh, Chloe, we did the melon jokes. I don't think they have it happen again, but look how long of a comfort break they end up taking after this. They announce a comfort break to the jury. They have everybody stand. Then that happens. And kind of whoever that was, I think, is a big brain. It seems like they waited till after the jury was already exiting. So, Love's forehead. Yeah, but they take this long comfort break after all that. I don't know if it continues when they come back. Let's see. No, I don't think that was Thugger Daily.
Mr. Stevens, please.
Free Thug Michelle is what the caption said. That's hilarious. We got a squeak. A final squeak. Oh my goodness. All right, so they're just going to get back into cross here. So since that is where the viral Zoom moment ends up cutting in. No, it was not Kokomo. It was not Kokomo. The interesting part is Hilton's like, that was the Fulton County, as if she's like pointing to the sound coming from one of these like little Zoom participant windows over here. But maybe she was just trying to say it's from the Fulton County Zoom and not actually attribute to a specific user. But who knows? Let me get this redirect set up. You guys know we're going to rock this one out with the ABCs of Steel. I put it in the chat, but a lot of folks have asked about the CashApp RICO trial. Again, Love is one of the prosecutors on that case. Careton Matthews represents CashApp. Another defendant, Tyrone Taylor, is represented by Sean Hoover. He uses an initial in a name, and I forget the initial is. But another attorney, we've heard his name before. She's been back in Fulton County, so she's been covering that. She's not live currently, but she did do a live recapping the closing arguments. What's interesting about that is they actually looked at financial records in that case. Would you imagine? Could you imagine that? So they just did closing arguments. She was in the courtroom for that. I guess the next thing that we would hear updates on that would be verdict announced. So bigger plot twist. It was Sprinkle. Oh my goodness. My goodness. Wait, I've got another. Let me see if I can share it to myself real quick. I'll pull it up for you guys. I've got to stop doing all these. Let me email myself a picture I screenshotted last night of Michael Sprinkle. And pull it up on screen. Because that's probably faster than finding it online again. And don't ask, I don't know why I spend my time doing this, but last night, my nightly reading, I was just hanging out Let's see. Let me open this in a normal way. Just hanging out my nightly reading, I was looking through the Fulton County DA Dispatch, and Michael Sprinkle got an award. He got a Superstar of the Quarter award. So I screenshotted this for you guys. Now that he was mentioned, we'll bring it up on screen. Guys, I think this is going to redirect us over to Melanie Little, who's covering the Aaron Spencer trial. But again, there are a ton of options. Classy Beats is going live in like half an hour, I think. Millionaire Mel, different Mel, is live right now covering Y&W Millie. And Pretty Lies and Alibi is looking at that Koberger hearing. The printer incident wasn't part of this trial. That was just something that in the middle of trial, Surishada Jimenez had tweeted. He made a tweet and said that at one point in time, Love accused him of spying on him through a printer. I wish that was mentioned on screen. I think the chat would have lost it. So here we go, you guys. Let's get over what's become the theme of the song, this channel song. And thank you for all the love and support today. I appreciate you guys so much.
A as in Alicia, and B, Your Honor, as in Barry. C as in Colette.
G as in Goldfetter. K as in Kittens. M as in Magic. P as in Perfect. C as in Colette. U as in Unbelievable. V as in Victory. W as in Wonderful.
O for addiction. S for sustain. B for buffering. E for Pepto-Bane. S for slime, my friend, and you as in what you mean. I as in I don't recall. M as in may I sleep. All the ABCs of steel makes me feel so real. Yeah, they keep on spinning round. Never gonna let me down. G for gavel slams down P. T for telling me anything. R for rights we stand. I for infinity. Life's a courtroom dance. Keep your stances strong. With ABCs of steel, you can never go wrong. Oh, the ABCs of steel makes me feel so real. Yeah, they keep on spinning round. Never gonna let me down. Of steel makes me feel so real. Yeah, they keep on spinning round. Never gonna let me down. Oh, the ABCs of steel